Florian Wirtz to Liverpool still hasn't been confirmed. However, talks are still ongoing and apparently they are moving in a positive direction. Gyokeres has been the latest striker to be linked with Liverpool and odds have slashed the odds. Sorry, bettors and betting markers have slashed the odds of him moving to Merseyside. Fofana could be Diaz's replacement should he go. And there's so much more to talk about. People, it's the Monday Night Live show. Sit back, relax. Let's get into it.
Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
All the good work.
The two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Big up to everyone watching and listening. Hope everyone is well. Welcome to our first Monday Night Live show since we've lifted the trophy. Obviously, we weren't here last week because we were up in Liverpool celebrating the parade, but we are back. So do smash that like button. And if you're new, please do subscribe and make sure you leave your comments as well. Matt Drift, how you guys doing this evening?
I'm good, you know, bro.
Not too bad.
I'm blessed, man.
Decent.
How you doing, bro?
Tiny bit apprehensive, but you know.
I'm good, man. Can't complain. Did a little indoor skydiving today. And that
indoor skydiving, you know. That sounds crazy. How was it?
It's sick, man. I can't even lie.
Okay. Would you do the outdoor thing?
Oh, no.
That's the reason why I said I would do the outdoor one if it wasn't so dangerous, because it looks like a buzz, man.
I'll be real with you though. When we finished, for about 5 minutes, I sat there and I said to Mister, I was like, I've got that urge to do a skydive.
You're god mad.
No. 5 minutes, I said. And then the wind hit my face when we walked outside, and I was like, "Oh, you're being an idiot, Cal. Behave yourself, bro. You don't even like looking over the banister at home. So what are you doing, bro?" So yeah, that won't be happening, bro.
No, but you know, it's kind of like, you know when they say that baby.
I would do it for charity. For a charity, I would do it. But
would you?
Yeah, if I could raise a really good amount for charity, I would do it.
Skydiving would be crazy, you know.
I have to be with someone that I know is so certified. But
you won't know. You just get a random guy called Dave. Yeah, Dave, he's been here for 6 years. This is normal to him now. You know, Dave gets a bit lax as well.
I need to know he's having a good day. I need to know he's had a good life. Things are good at home. I need to make sure everything is good with him. Because if he has even a moment where he's like, "Nah, F this, I'm crashing out."
No, but you know what happened, Drift? This is what happened. Cal will go, and then flipping, you'll get Dave, and Dave be like, "You're right, Cal." Cal's like, "Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous." Dave's like, "I've done this a million times." Dave's a bit lax, innit? Forgot his spare parachute, all them thing there. You up in the sky, one break. Dave's like,
"This ain't how it usually goes, Cal."
Innit? This ain't how it normally is, brother. Nah, all jokes aside, listen, there's thousands, probably millions.
Cal,
of people
what would you do if you'd raise 400,000? Yeah, dirty amount of money for charity. It also, if you did the skydive as well, there's like an extra 500 people that were going to give blood. So like everything was on you for this. This was an amazing achievement. And then just as you was getting ready to like jump out the plane, you saw the guy you were diving with pull a little bottle of some kind of spirit out and just give a
There's no gray area, bro. There's no gray area. When it's a skydive, there's no gray area. Either goes well or
it's true.
And if it goes well,
it's the swig of his Magnum.
Listen, I don't even like flying. See them little planes that they even got. Even that, I'm a little bit like, nah. Like you guys know, like I'm not joking in it. I don't like flying in it. So, like,
I'm not scared of flying. I just don't like it. And you're right. It's so weird. The small planes. When I went from Trinidad to Tobago, it was the smallest plane I've ever been on.
Bro.
And I'm not gonna lie to you. I was shook. Like, I don't like them small planes.
Every little, you know, it's got the old school engine now.
No, but
it's got the old
small, so you feel all the turbulence.
Bro. When I was coming back from LA, the turbulence was. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I had to say a few prayers, bro. When I came back from LA,
I prayed the whole journey, bro. It was an internal flight in Thailand.
Yeah.
bro, when we got outside and saw the airplane, I was like, bro, this airplane is shorter than Goona Lee. Like, we ain't getting up. Right. How are we getting up in the sky in this?
Yeah,
Like, we obviously, but like we're all sitting in the plane like this. Oh, I've never been so scared in my life.
Yeah.
I couldn't even sleep.
Man.
shout out to all the people that's used Microsoft Flight Simulator. I used to practice on that, like just in case there was ever some emergency, brother. I
still take over the plane.
But if I have to, bro, you see Microsoft Flight Simulator, you think I'm joking, bro? You better practice.
This is the movie, bro. You know you'll get shot before you get to the cockpit. Wait. Have you listen? They're shooting you like that.
Wait,
bro.
say there was an emergency. No, all jokes aside. Say like something happened to the pilot. All jokes aside, yeah. Everyone's shook.
That's why he's got a co-pilot, man.
No. Wait, let me land.
Matt, I'm telling you from now, bro. If they see a black man with a beard walking towards the cockpit, you're getting shot, bro. You're getting shot. I might shoot you, bro. How about that?
Bro, what if I'll just stand up and be like, I'm the only brother that can fly this plane.
On a computer game.
On a Samuel L. Jackson thing. Hey, listen. Shout out to all my Microsoft Flight Simulator, man. You think I'm joking? You better practice.
I'm gonna cooperate with a couple people and we're gonna rush you, bro.
Well, no, all jokes aside, yeah. See, Microsoft
I'm grabbing the last part. I'm grabbing the last parachute while Matt's talking about he's gonna fly a plane. Sure.
Drift, all jokes aside, yeah.
Microsoft.
Say but say it's like a movie thing where, like, I don't know, like there's a shortage of parachutes, bro. You got no choice, yeah. All you're gonna do is literally pray that the plane lands, yeah, brother. You might have to count on my flight simulator experience. You think I'm joking? I'm being. Shout out to people that use Microsoft Flight Simulator, one of the greatest games of all time. If you can do it there, you could do it in real life. It just might be a bit more like intense because you got other people.
Just a little bit in it, man.
Yeah, and you can't stall either, so you're pissed if you stall, bro. But now, all jokes aside, check out Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's cold.
I'll bear it in mind, bro. I'll bear it in mind.
Trust me, the people them know. Some of them know in it. They know about the Flight Simulator thing, but yeah, it's real. It's real.
There we are.
Big up Terry. I think Ian. He's the only brother that I think that.
Shout out to Zup Dog. Do you even know where the fuel goes?
Yeah. No, I know where it is. No, all jokes aside.
You know the fuel.
I can read the dashboard, so to speak. Like there's certain things in it, like altitude, fuel. There's bare things that you don't get it twisted. I probably would have a panic attack. Don't get twisted. But after the panic's hitting adrenaline, brother, I might have a choice.
What would you aim for? The runway or a lake or water or something?
It depends. Obviously, you go runway.
That hesitation right there, man.
No, because it depends what you can see. If it's an emergency and you've got nowhere to land, both. Oh, then you got runway, of course. You've always got a better chance.
I'd rather you put us down in the water, Matt. I'm not even gonna lie.
No, because if you go in the water drift, the velocity of the plane, no matter, like, even if I landed it perfectly, brother, we're all going down, bro. Pause.
If you hit the tarmac and you don't do it properly, yeah, we're in trouble, bro.
No, but the worst thing that could happen, like you could lose brakes, fluid, and stuff like that. You could even your wheels could buckle. But if your plane is actually like that, yeah, you might be all right still.
Big up Imran.
Water will be peak though.
Do you know what the RDC is, Matt?
No, I don't know what that is. I haven't completed Flight Simulator. When I finish the Flight Simulator, I'll let everybody know. Then you can come talk to me. No, I'm being serious.
I know you are.
I'm being serious. True said, I haven't played a Flight Simulator for a couple of years. I'm a bit rusty, but yeah, it's mad. Still, it's mad.
Oh boy, only on Kopish. Only on Kopish. Right,
same man.
Let's get down to business, boys. Florian Wirtz. I'm just gonna ask you flat out, Drift. Are you worried about this deal? Yes or no?
Yes.
I was hoping you wouldn't say that because you've been the most confident from the beginning. Why are you nervous?
Because Liverpool seem to be cheapening out a little bit, which is what the hold-up is. And I know, even though I promised everyone a big summer, I think it will be a big summer. I'm also not stupid, and I know my owners, and I know the way we operate. And I know we will walk away if we think it's too much. And if they've already offered 105 and it hasn't quite got the deal done yet, I'm worried that Liverpool's going to turn around and go, look, we tried. This is too much. And the PR will PR and they'll say it was too much money. It wasn't feasible, yada, yada, yada. So I'm still 95% confident, but there's a tiny little bit of anxiety creeping in now because I know what my owners are like. And we've never spent this much money. Do you know what I mean? So, like, I know there's a reluctancy to do it anyway. So I'm like, I beg you, these men, don't mess this up. Please don't let them mess this up now. Not when we're this far down the line. You know what I mean? So I'm 5% worried, bro.
Matt, Drift just mentioned something about owners being cheap and all that. Obviously, I don't agree with that because I have faith in my owners and that. But for you, do you think is there a cutoff point with the price tag here, or is it just go and get him? No, you do not care how much he costs. Just go and get him.
Just go and get him. Listen, I need people to understand something. I understand that, like Drift said, we have never done a deal of this magnitude ever in the club's history. We're going to break our club record once we sign him, in my opinion. Well, I say once we sign it because I feel like it's going to happen. From what I've heard, the deal is very close. And I know it's been regurgitated, the same news, add-ons, clauses, what's holding up the deal. They want 150 million euros, which is about 125 million pounds. We've offered 109 million pounds, so we're 16 mil short. There will be a compromise. The deal is on the verge of going through. People just need a bit of patience. When you spend that amount of money, you got to understand Leverkusen really want to get as much as they can. Remember, this is going to help rebuild them. They're not going to get a player like Florian Wirtz come true like that, like for a minute. So they're going to try and get everything out of us. Pause. Do you know what I mean? So we're just doing what we're supposed to be doing. We've had 2 bids that have been rejected. The one that got revealed today, that was kind of old news because I knew that happened on the weekend. They're only just bringing it to the mainstream media now. I do believe the next bid will get accepted, and I do think we will get Florian Wirtz. And here's the thing: you're saying, is there a cutoff point? No. Liverpool know that this player is kind of like a once-in-a-lifetime type of signing. You have to do it at any cost. And I think this is the reason why we've gone for him. The fact that I think what's made it easier for us as well is that Florian Wirtz has said, I only want Liverpool. He hasn't said anything else. As far as I'm aware, it's only Liverpool. And that's what makes me confident as well. Let's say, for example, another team was circling. Maybe I'll get a little bit more worried. But as far as I know, there hasn't. He only wants Leverkusen to deal with Liverpool. So that deal will get done. I just need people to kind of like, I know we've seen it with Caicedo, we've seen it with Lavia, we've seen it with Bellingham, we've seen it with Schumann, we've seen it in many different scenarios, right, where we've lost out on the player. Just know that the club are doing everything in their power to get this one over the line. And I think they will get it over the line. And when they do, I think that settles the whole summer, because even though we still got other players to get, which we'll talk about later, this is the one that people need to get so they can just kind of relax. And once that happens, our fan base will be in a different mood. But we should still be excited because I still believe we're getting Florian Wirtz. Like, I don't want to, I'm no ITK. I'm just giving you my opinion. I think it's like 97% done. It's just clauses that need to get agreed with and the final fee. Those things won't take long. I will be shocked if Florian Wirtz hasn't agreed to move to Liverpool by the end of this week. I'll be very, very shocked, personally.
All right, Drift. Matt says just get the deal done at all costs.
Yeah.
The fact that we made it so glaringly obvious that he is the player we want. He seems like he's made it obvious that Liverpool's the club he wants to go to. Leverkusen have made it obvious that they don't want to sell to Bayern Munich. Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? Because you could argue that Liverpool could say, well, you know what? We know the player wants to come to us. We're just going to hold this out. And even if it means we hold out for another year, we'll get him next year. It'll be cheaper. Do you think there's any danger of that? Because Liverpool are a club that do hold themselves with pride, and then they will sit there and go, we're not going to just get bent over a barrel. And shout out to Connoisseur M. we were all under the assumption that we would get him cheaper than what Bayern Munich would have to pay. But now it seems as though they want the same amount of money regardless. So could that be something Liverpool look at and go, well, you're changing the terms of the deal as we negotiate. We're going to move away from the table.
Possibly. I don't think we could wait till next year though, bro, because waiting till next year would be very risky. There's loads of things that could happen within that year. So that would be extremely risky. He could even change his mind within that year. So that would be extremely risky. What would... It's funny because as much as I want Wirtz to Liverpool, I'm also going to be realistic, and I do think there is a point where we do have to accept the club wouldn't actually be copping out if they said no. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we got to remember, like, Florian is an absolute gem, but we're borderline in here on, like, biggest transfer of all time. Like, at this moment in time, what will it be? Dembele, Coutinho, and Neymar will be the only transfers that were bigger, right? We pay 120 mil for him.
I want to say Mbappe as well.
Yeah, he was like 163.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Remember,
that.
it's like a deferred year in it from Monaco to PSG.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But we're getting right up there in, like, you know, the most expensive transfers ever, right? So I think we've got to get to a point where we don't get I wouldn't say like taken for mugs, but all right, put it like this. I don't know if you lot agree with me on this or not, but if we have to go more than 120, I'd rather they pull out the Wirtz deal and slap that money on Isak.
All right. Wirtz, they won 150 million euros, which is about 100. It's roughly around 125, 126. Do you think he's worth that, Drift? In your opinion, like, do you think?
No.
See, that's where I think me and you slightly differ. I think he is. You see, in today's market, yeah, when you look at guys like, to give an example, Solanke got for 50, or when João Felix went for like 80 or 90, Alvarez went for about 90. Florian Wirtz, in my opinion, is the best number 10 in world football. He's the best. Like, I don't think you're gonna get better. 125 mil for a player of his caliber. I think he's 22 years of age, bro. And it is a lot of money because we don't normally, we joke about our sweet spot is like pause is like about 40 or 50. That's what the club normally operate at. This is that deal though, bro, where you kind of like go, there's a world-class number 10 on the market. He said he only wants to join us. We don't normally pay this amount, but this is something we get done. Virgil van Dijk at that time was only valued at around 50, 60. I know we scuppered it. We pay 75. Even Alisson. There's certain deals, in my opinion, that if you think that it's going to be a transformative signing, you just go and do it, bro. No matter how much it costs. Because here's the thing. What we do as a club, we don't spend every single year like heavily. So this is the one big transfer, potentially, that you can make. And then you go back to your 40s and 50s and 60s or even 70s after that. But this is the one, bro. This is the one that I feel like we can't miss out on, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with us doing it, bro. Like, I'm not looking like, oh man, why are we doing that? I'm just being honest, though. I don't think he's worth 125. I know he's a world-class player, but I don't think he's worth it.
Hold that there, Drift, because that was the next point I was going to get to. Let's say, for whatever happens, we go, you know what, maybe it's getting a bit too pricey. The terms keep on changing. The negotiations aren't going well. Shirky looks like he's set to go to Man City. I think he'd be most people's second choice. You look at the season he's just had, you look at his numbers, they are very, very close to Florian Wirtz. He's also like 100 mil cheaper than Florian Wirtz is going to be as well. The fact that he's not still going to be available on the market, and you maybe look at other names who are going to cost good amount of money, but still not going to be that desirable as well, or even close to that level. Do you think we're now stuck between a rock and a hard place? We've almost been grabbed by the balls, for lack of a better term, and we have to make this deal happen now, no matter what. We're all in. We have to just go all in. And does it mean Leverkusen have just got all the power here?
I think Leverkusen definitely have all the power because he's got 3 years left on his contract. So you can't even do that Real Madrid, run it down.
No, he's got two. He's got two, Drift. He's got two.
Are you sure? I swear it's 3 years.
He's got two, because I remember them saying if it goes next year, he's only got a year left. My worry is, Drift, just if we leave, you know, when Cal said leave, maybe we could come back next year, bro. Bayern Munich will 100%, Real Madrid will get involved. Chelsea will get involved because Chelsea don't have a scouting book. They just look
Yeah.
up with the players we want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, facts. Yeah, big facts. But again, like I said, boys, a couple of minutes ago, if we go past 120, I would rather it was Isak or Alvarez. Like honestly, if you're literally gonna go that high, because here's the thing: even though Florian's an absolute gem, we didn't even go into this summer thinking about a 10. You know what I mean? So like, this is almost like a bonus nobody was expecting. So wouldn't we rather go and get that superstar striker?
All right. What did I say last week and I got crashed out on?
No. But when an elite player is on the market and he said he wants to sign for you, this is where your transfer plans can change or they can alter slightly.
Yeah, I hear that.
I hear what you're saying. Yeah, you see, Isak and Alvarez, you're right. There actually is more of a need for a striker. But this is what I'm going to say. But neither of them, it looks like unattainable. Like, you know, Atletico Madrid president said, like, oh, Alvarez is one of ours. Like, he will retire here or something like that. Most along those lines. Newcastle haven't given any intention that they're willing to do any business with anybody regarding Isak.
For that price, you don't think for that price they wouldn't?
Here's the killer. This is going to sound mad, yeah? Florian Wirtz would actually cost less than Isak because you got to remember, Isak plays in the Premier. You know what happens when you play in the Prem tax? Isak, remember, Newcastle want 150. So let's just say that they don't even get 150. I reckon Isak probably costs about 130, 140. So probably costs more than Wirtz. Alvarez is the only one I think they can get.
So who would you rather buy? Wirtz for 120 or Isak for 130? If it was up to you, which one would you rather do?
Hold on, don't answer yet, man. Don't answer yet.
Hey, bro, I don't know. It's emotional damage, bro.
On the latest episode of Kop-Ish, Drifty has asked the conundrum question.
It's emotional damage.
Isak 130 million or Florian Wirtz 120. What's Matt's answer going to be?
No, the music is killing it. I can't lie, bro. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Like,
in the chess world, we call this checkmate. On Kopish, we call this a blood clot road stop.
Hey, bro, take off the main screen.
What's Matt you gonna do?
Oh, but listen. If I had to pick one,
what you gonna do?
I think I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro.
What you gonna
I really don't know what I'm gonna do. All right, here's the thing. All jokes aside,
yeah.
Isak has to say that he's available because it's okay me doing the whole which player I would prefer Liverpool to get, but we got to live in like realism though. The realism is there's only one player that said he wants to play for Liverpool. I think I can only give an answer, and I'm copying out here. I am. If Newcastle give they say, listen, Isak is available, you got to pay that 130. That's when I would be like, oh shoot, what am I gonna do? I don't know. I'm leaning towards Florian Wirtz though.
Even still,
bro, he's 20. You know, he's 22.
I know, but
and bro, he's the killer. Isak, I think, is one of the best strikers in Europe here. But if man said to me that we can get Florian Wirtz and then we can go and get Julian Alvarez.
Whoa.
Oh.
We're going to speak about strikers in the next section.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm going to. But
we're going to wrap up the Florian Wirtz.
Yeah. It's because it's not the be-all and end-all.
Yeah.
If we don't get Isak, because I know there's another striker that I think. But yeah, I don't want to say too much.
All right. Before we wrap up the Isak, the Florian Wirtz section, one of the reports that's come out today is that Florian Wirtz actually wants the number 10 shirt if he was to move to Liverpool. Now, currently, the person who holds the number 10 shirt is Alexis McAllister, who, in my opinion, is our best midfielder. How does that conversation go, guys?
I know what Drew's going to say. I can see it already. I can see it in his eyes, bro. I know exactly. Just go on, Drew. Say what you're going to say.
No, wait.
Just going to do the 4D chest thing.
No. This is what Drew's going to say.
The blood clot this. I want the blood clot this. I want the blood clot this.
Should I say what just gonna say? This is what just gonna say. You see Florian Wirtz, yeah? If he takes the number 10, it's cool. You want to know why? Because Mac is going to take the 8. And then Soberstein's going to lift it by a number. Say it, Drift. I know that's what he's going to say, innit?
Nah, you know what? I wasn't even going to say that.
Nah, bro. I can see
you lot will be shocked. You lot will be shocked, but I think Mac is one of our most important players. I'm not upsetting him. I think Florian's just got to go in the thing and see what other numbers available, brother. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not giving him Mac's number unless Mac is absolutely 100% all right with it. And Mac's like, nah, do you know what? Go on, like. But Mac said number 10's his favorite shirt, remember?
It's another section.
No, but you don't even know what I was gonna say.
I do know what you're gonna say.
Are you sure?
Remember when we signed McAllister, he said number 10 was his favorite number. Why would we take away a number from a guy who's already been playing in that number to give it to another? Do you know what I'm saying?
Am I right, Matt?
Yeah. Not take.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no.
All right. Let me do a remix. No, I'm not gonna speak about it. No, I'm not gonna speak about it. Do you remember when?
I know
if I'm
you
not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Salah and Mane and Bobby all changed their numbers. Have I got that correct?
So Mane, no. So
sure?
Mane, they didn't swap each other's numbers. So Mane came to the club and was number 19. Then Coutinho left, he took number 10.
Yes.
Bobby started with number 11. Mo came into the club, swapped to number 11, and then took number 9 because number 9 was vacated.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, Salah's always
no,
had
but
11,
I swear, sad. No, so wait.
I'm right on this, Matt. Trust me.
No. You are. I just remember though when Salah was holding a shirt number, Mane was next to him. Am I going mad?
Yeah, you are.
No. I'm not
when
going
he was
mad.
Holding the shirt number when
Salah was
he
holding
first
one
came.
shirt number, and I remember Mane standing next to him. Chat, am I going mad? I remember this, bro.
Mane took number 10 when Coutinho left.
Oh, maybe what it was that the shirt numbers all changed at once. So Mane was holding the 10.
No, Mo came in with number 11 straight away.
Bro, I swear to God, Salah's holding a shirt and Mane standing next to him.
No.
I'm not going mad, bro.
I never said you're
going mad. Matt's in flight simulator. Mane took the 10. No, so what I'm saying is, even if it had nothing to do, no, some people are agreeing with me. They remember.
Rosa said you was always mad, you know.
It's cool, innit? It's cool. Bro, what I'm saying is, I'm not trying to say if it had anything to do with them swapping their shirt numbers at the same time. I remember Mane standing next to Bro, you know what? I'm going to find the picture because people think I'm going mad. I ain't a madman, you know. Watch this. I need to find it. Can someone go find it, please? Oh, see, look, the picture is real. Salah support. No, guys, I'm being. Wait.
Are you just saying? Maybe they just all posed with their numbers for like?
They've stood next to each other hundreds of times. By the way,
what I'm trying to say is there was a reason. I don't know why it was, but I remember Salah holding up a shirt and Mane was standing. I can't remember why. If he was supporting him or something, I just remember Mane being. I'm like, why is Mane there? I remember this, bro. It's all right. It's cool. Everyone thinks I'm going mad. Yeah, it's cool. The chat are relentless, you know. I found. Wait. There's a few people that say they remember it though. It's no. I think people are getting me wrong. It's not about Mane taking Salah's number or anything like that. I just remember Salah holding up a shirt and Mane was there.
Matt, a couple of people are saying you might have been thrown into the multiverse. Someone said
you're in the Bermuda Triangle, bro.
Someone find a picture, please. I beg. No, I'm telling you.
This is a good alternative world that you was in. Why is my camera going up?
I need to find this picture, bro. No. What I'm saying, I found the picture. Junior, send it to me. All jokes aside, if you found it. I'm not saying it had anything to do with Mane, like changing number regarding Salah, because you're right with the Coutinho thing. I just remember Salah holding his shirt and Mane was in the picture. It's kind of weird, bro.
Let's Google it.
There is a pic. Oh, do you know what? It's cool. Someone, I beg someone find it.
Was this in a celebration or what's the?
I remember. What's this?
You know what? We've all been laughing at Matt, and he's actually right.
Let me see.
And now I remember it.
You remember it now, bro? I'm not going mad.
It's Salah holding
Was it a kit
Mane's
launch?
number 10 shirt.
Yeah, bro. All right, you might want to trust me on Flight Simulator now, innit, chat?
No, still not yet.
Is that the picture you're talking about?
Yes, bruv. This is what I'm saying. Thank you. Chat to me now, bruv. Yeah? No, not having it, bro. Man, try to think I'm going mad. I've got the best memory on the show. How about that?
Okay, man, let's chill.
Nah, bruv, because even you didn't even remember that. I told you.
I mean,
Salah
to be fair, you said it was Salah holding his shirt.
I got
and
it
Mane
wrong,
was
but
just in
you
the
got the premise. What I was trying to say is I didn't understand why.
This is actually completely different from how you described it. Still,
nah, don't do that, Carl.
I'm not taking the mick. You said Salah was holding Mane's shirt and Mane was standing behind him.
I got it wrong. But what I was trying to say is the premise was the other person was there when it didn't need to be. That was the premise, bro.
How do you know you didn't Photoshop this?
Oh my! What? Just now?
I'm joking.
I swear, Dan, I'm gonna crash out, bro.
I'm sorry. It was
Big
not
up the
actually
people.
bro.
Big up the people that believed in me. Yeah,
big up.
Yeah, they're the same people
Matt,
that believe.
Don't say I've never got your back. I found the photo.
No, Jiff, you kind of did. I just see Kyle looking at me like, no, Matt's just gone mad. I don't know what he's on about, bro. You know when you thought someone's losing themselves, Kyle was looking at me like, huh?
Man was like dementia already.
Right, people smash that like, but let's set up some.
You want guy mad.
All right, Andre says, "Big up the Wirtz, Ganchu and Reds. Happy Kopish Monday. Happy Monday, Kopish. Sorry, Andre. Big up yourself, Andre." Official MD Speak says, "Big up you, man. Matt flying the plane in an emergency is giving a new meaning to the wing wizard."
Flight Simulator.
AMD you know what? AMD don't miss, I have to rate. He
really
actually don't miss.
bro.
That's actually
justice
true.
for Matt. This is what I'm saying. Justice, bro. Hey, do you know what? Kojo, you're out of order. Mark A, you're out of order. Yeah, Ben, I saw you in the chat. Especially Kojo. Big up my brother Kojo. Man didn't believe in me,
Do you know what? While we're here, big up Kojo. Kojo's just started a new podcast, the No Strings podcast. Make sure you go over to YouTube and subscribe to his new channel there. His channel anyway, but make sure you follow the podcast. Kojo.
I'm looking forward to that. I actually missed Kojo's old one. The old podcast that Kojo started during lockdown. I actually missed that one, so I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah, I need to watch this still.
Shane says, "Skydive Dave takes one for the team, ends the curse."
Nah, that is crazy.
Shane.
Bro. This is mad. That's dark.
Big up to the Hers, man. He's gifted 5 Team Kop-Ish memberships. Big up yourself,
as always, man.
If you've received one, make sure you give the Hers, man, a shout out. Official MD Speak says, "The fact you called the cockpit pause a dashboard like it's a whip, I'm parachuting out quick." I'm with AMD there. I'm not gonna lie, man.
It's cool, man. You might could that. Listen, if you want to jump on the air, that's up to you, bro.
I'll just wait till you're close to the water, bro, and then I'll just try and do a tuck and roll or something, bro.
Man said he's gonna slow down the time like Neo. Pause the time and just jump out, bro. Oh, man.
Andil says, "Hear me out. Xavi Simons is a better option. Played well with Gakpo in the PSV. His GA is decent, fraction of the price, and knows half the team in Liverpool." Respectfully, Andil, I disagree. I don't think Xavi Simons falls for me in the Sesko bracket. I think people speak about him like he's a trash footballer. He's not. I just think he might be overrated by some people. But he's a good footballer.
Yeah,
I
I
just don't
agree.
think he's on the Florian Wirtz level, personally.
I agree with that. Yeah.
I agree. Do you know what? If we got both, I'd be over the moon with that. Like if we got Verts and Simmons.
We'll see.
Yeah.
AMD says Wirtz still delayed since Papa Shango since Papa Shango they mentioned his name instead of calling him the Leverkusen guy. Just saying, Papa Shango is crazy in 2025. Papa Shango is actually
mad.
I'm not
insane.
gonna lie, the deal was moving rapid until Cal went, F it, man, we're getting him, and then said his name.
And then they said it went a bit mad still. That's what
No,
I'm saying,
I
bro.
got given permission to say it. Don't do that. Like I just went,
No,
bro,
you
got
had a
dared,
choice,
bro.
bro.
You
You had
got
a choice.
dared to say it.
Bro.
You had a choice, and you said, you know what? F it. That's what you did, bro.
It was
You
Hassam.
did.
Hassam gave you a choice.
Well,
and
you
then
lot all
took-
said the deal was done as well, so I could say it.
I didn't get involved in that.
You know yourself, innit? You know everyone knows
Bro,
themselves. You
bro,
know
man,
yourself.
You know yourself.
You do. You
Bro.
know yourself better than anybody. You should have known.
ZZ says Cal Curse hit Wirtz like a hit from a crack pipe. Wow, that's never had crack pipes, so I can't say that.
Yes, gonna say.
Yeah, yes, it's pretty intense. Salim says, Cal, it's my missus' birthday. Could you drop the beat? She watches the show and she said, Cal looks like Michael B. I don't look anything like Michael B. Jordan, and Drift looks like Drake. LOL, don't worry, don't know what to say about that. Yeah, I know, man. I've been called a lot worse. I take it, but I don't.
Yeah,
look like
yeah.
Michael B.
That's a compliment. So you know
I'll
that.
take
That's a compliment to say. Look,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Jordan, bro.
Yeah, but I don't know. So I don't know if that's I don't look like him.
But then
at all.
again, I feel like that could be some serious trolling. So I don't
That
know.
could be very serious trolling. But now,
And
big
I'm
up
not
to the
gonna lie,
missus.
post Kendrick, I definitely don't want to be called Drake. That's for sure.
Salim, big up to the missus. Happy birthday to the missus, bro. I know what people are going to say. I'm going to remove Trent out of the video. I'm going to do it. Sorry, hasn't been done yet. It will happen. I'll get around to it. R. Thompson 94 says, if you can only renew one of Ibu or Diaz, who do you keep with the other being sold? Who would your ideal replacement be for the player you let go? Oh, R. Thompson, you sound like you're trying to steal the show, bro, because that was one of the questions here. So I'm respectfully, R. Thompson,
Yeah, let's.
I'm going to ask to delay the answer to the second question. But what's the answer to the first question, boys? One word answer. Ibu or Diaz, who you selling?
Diaz.
Ibu.
What?
You know he's not telling the truth. Bro.
No, I said you can only renew.
I asked, who are you selling?
Cal
Oh,
said, who
sorry.
you selling?
Oh, sorry, Diaz. So I was reading the actual.
Bro,
Sorry, my bad.
that
My
was
bad.
through the whole show, bro. Like,
My bad.
yeah, I'm selling
My bad.
Diaz as well.
Keeping Ibu though. Yeah.
Marcos says he was the player of the season for a team that was one game away from invincible treble at 21 years old. We knew the price going in, make it happen. Facts to all of that.
Yeah, 100%.
John says, not gonna lie, my only concern is the physicality.
He'll be fine, bruv.
Matt is his
Who,
spokesperson.
Florian?
Yeah, bruv.
Yeah, Matt's the lawyer of Florian. I see it
Look at
already.
Coutinho. No, all jokes aside though. Coutinho, like
Yeah,
David Silva, they're like technicians that Santi Cazorla, like you don't
even
always
Bernardo
need
Silva. Bernardo Silva's little, you know.
That's what I'm saying. He's not tough. He's not like he's
It
just
did
himself
take
about.
Coutinho a little while to get used to the physicality of the league, though.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think it took him about 6 months to get used to the.
To even
physicality.
acclimatize. Yeah, maybe. But listen, I think Florian is I think he'll be fine personally.
Yeah, I think Florian will be fine. Yeah.
Josh Harding says, if rumors are true, Nunes and Chiesa plus money gets us Alvarez. Give them a direct replacement for him and Carrera plus cash towards Solos replacement. They've been heavily linked with Gyokeres today. We're going to speak about that soon, Josh. Big up yourself, though. Big up our brothers over at Beige and Res TV. Make sure you go and subscribe to their channel. Said blessings to my brothers, love to the family. Same to you, my bros.
Big up.
Adam Thompson says, Cal let the side down, not being in the photo with Matt and Drift at the parade. I was in the photo with you guys.
No, but the photo's right there. Look,
No, look, you weren't
see
in
that one
his
there?
photo, bro.
Oh, in that one.
Yeah, but
Oh.
maybe there's is a
Yeah,
separate
I'm
one.
not
Maybe.
sure I went in that one.
Yeah,
Cal
yeah.
Curse must do flight simulator as a forfeit. Cal flight sim. I'd do that as a forfeit. I would. I'm not gonna lie.
Big up Adam. I remember as well. That was at rugby, if I'm not mistaken. Big up Adam.
Why wouldn't I have been with you guys then?
To be fair to you, Cal.
Maybe he was trying to organize the next train, maybe or something.
Was that? Oh, that might be when I was
Yeah.
speaking to one of the stewards or something.
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah.
Maybe.
Foot LFC, big up to yourself. Sorry, Adam, I missed that, man. Hopefully next year. Foot LFC says, love this channel. Was hoping to see you, man, at the parade. Big up to yourself, Foot LFC.
Big up yourself, Foot LFC, man.
Math says, if we buy Wirtz for 120 mil, win it all, then sell him for 100 mil, how much did we actually spend and how much more did we earn from winning shirt sales? That's true. That's very
Math,
true.
how long down the line would you be thinking about getting rid of him, though? Because that's another thing. That hopefully he's
22. I don't want to see him leave before he's 28.
Hopefully he's at the club till he's like 30, so he wouldn't be.
Yeah,
worth
that's
100
what you
mil
would.
at 30,
That's what
you
you'd
know
want to.
what I mean?
Oh, why does Matt Hairline do this, bro?
Rob,
Look at the display pic as well.
I was looking like what's Greg the Hammer Valentine. You remember my man from wrestling?
I don't know why.
You remember him? The Hammer time. Greg the Hammer man. What was his name? Hammer. Paul. Big pauses, by the way. He's a big pause. Yeah.
My own hairline don't even respect, man. What kind of brother? Just call yourself hairline.
Rosamond said, big up Rosa, it's been a while. Take this as my apology to Matt. That I reckon that's meant to say Matt instead of Matt.
Matt,
yeah. But she kind of then cussed me again because not cussed me, but she put it indirect. You know when you're talking about physicality?
Yeah.
Guess the player that she mentioned.
I
One of my players that are
Naby.
Matt. Oh.
So I can't trust Rose's. Oh no, man.
Yeah. Rose has got dirt on all of us. Like it's just Ash says you see you guys see Coots works for every now. He's making a legal living in it. Let him do his thing, man.
Is that real? He been serious?
I don't know. I've not seen anything, but if he is, look, it's a legal living. Let him do his thing.
No,
man.
but even
does he really? Because someone left my package in the side alley where someone else could have taken it today, and it was an every delivery.
Right.
And I'm not even bullshitting.
Have you seen them man on the push bike thing?
I don't know how they deliver, bro.
Have you seen them man? You know, let me not even say too much because big up all the every delivery people them, but it's a bit mad still.
Cali man, Cal, if I drop one of the names of my ops, will you say? Go for it, Cali man. We'll try a thing, man.
No, it's the fact that people are thinking, how can I use this curse to help me out?
Harness the power. Josh, off topic, is the wire worth watching? Enough love.
100,000,000%.
Can I answer this in a different way?
It depends if you want to start a series that ends disappointingly.
Oh, I wouldn't have said that. I'd have
No,
said
but
you're not gonna feel the impact of watching it when it happened because technology and everything's so different to how it was then. So the actual show itself and the look and feel of it is very different to what you'd expect in 2025.
yeah,
But it's worth watching.
It's very old school. Yeah, like it's old school.
It was at the times, isn't it? It's like if you watch Terminator 2 now, you look at the CGI and
of course.
You're looking at it and you go, right, that's what these men were getting.
Aliens is probably the only thing, in my opinion, that kind of like it doesn't look old. Aliens, like, do you see what I'm saying, Drift? Like with the it doesn't look outdated. It's kind of mad the way they done it.
Aliens was using like pyrotechnic and actual like puppets and stuff, so that's why it looks so real. So yeah, you're right. I think Predators actually got amazing, considering that was what 1992. You think about like that, you know what I mean? I think that's still. I think Terminator 2 kind of stands the test of time, though. I don't actually think it looks that bad.
It's not too bad.
I'm not saying it looks bad, but it's you wouldn't think it was made in 2025, for example.
I mean, you'd be able to tell that,
Shout out to Glasgow Red TV. Big up, guys. Respect as always. Big up yourself, John. Hope
Big
you're
up.
well,
Big
brother.
up, John.
Big up the Hers man says, you know, I always thought you guys knew each other since you were kids. I guess is because of the chemistry you guys have. I saw the Cow interview on the Dizzy and Morgan show, and I was surprised on how you guys met. Big up yourself, the Hers man. Big up Dizzy,
Big up Hers man, and big up big up Dizzy and Morgan, man. Trust me, big up Morgan. Trust me.
When you have a real friendship, or you make like that kind of like bond with someone, it's like 4 years can seem like 20 years. That's you know what I mean. 10 years can feel like a lifetime. So it might only be like 7 or 8 years or whatever it is now in total, but it does feel like I've known Cal like forever for real.
Facts. It
actually does.
Official MD Speak says Cal don't need flight simulator when he can land a plane with Josh.
We said Cal just has to shout out the window, we're gonna crash. You just see the thing coming nice, blood.
Autopilot just starts working. You know,
autopilot just flies.
Autopilot was malfunctioning the whole time. All of a sudden, autopilot just takes over. You know, like it's a Tesla thing. Like the thing actually, like it's mad, bro.
Oh man. Fonzie says Daty with no verts across the line. Cal, I'm coming. Pause.
That's
you know what? I just had a thought. You know, like somebody said an accident. Cal's the first one on the scene. Cal goes down. He's like, "Now you're gonna be all right, mate." Then the guy knows Cal. He's like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!"
Why did you say that? I got big dreams. I got families. Why did you say that?
Can you imagine? That's crazy.
Big up Uncle Rod's in the building, guys. Subscribe to Uncle Rod's channel. Says big up Kopish family, straight enough. Blessings. Big up
Uncle Rod's, man. Come on,
always.
Each and every time.
Right, let's help the next topic, guys, and then we'll get back to more super chats. Gyokeres, guys. And you guys know I'm not a betting man, so forgive me if I get any of this terminology wrong, but odds have been slashed. Last week, I think it was 16-1 for Gyokeres to sign for Liverpool. Today, it's been slashed to 2-1 by Bet365. However, he also has been linked with Atletico Madrid. Now, Liam Delap's going Chelsea. Ekatike now looks like he's going Chelsea as well. So much for Liam Delap wouldn't go somewhere where there's competition.
They've got the money to start doing
that. And they've still got Jackson there as well. Guys, Victor Osimhen looks like he's going Saudi. Isak and Alvarez don't look like they're moving this summer.
Yeah.
Is Gyokeres the last guy left? And if so, and so Sesko's going Arsenal, it looks like. Is Gyokeres the last guy left? And if so, what are you guys saying? You doing it? Pause.
Why don't we just keep the striker we already have?
Nah, I think Nunes?
No. I want Drift to say the name. Who's that?
You know who it is, bro.
No, say it then, bro.
Darwin, innit?
Okay. You're a man that likes pain. I rate it. I rate it. You got cojones, bro.
Bro, I'm going to say this, yeah. Gyokeres, although, here's the thing. He knows how to score goals. He does. I know we got PTSD.
Now you have to ask why, though.
Why
is he the last one left? Why is he the one?
Drift, you're right. That is true. Sometimes you do have to ask. You're right. Sometimes I don't think is there something that someone's like seen and thought, oh, I don't know, a little bit off, and you could be right, bro. But for the people that have watched Gyokeres a lot, maybe over the last couple of seasons, they have said like, okay, technically he's good, not amazing, but he's good. But the thing is, though, he's a predator, like in the box, innit? My only thing would be this, though. If you do get Gyokeres, I would worry a little bit, like link up play and stuff. Like he can hold up the ball and stuff, but like you see, like bringing others into play, I wouldn't say that was like his forte, so to speak. That's more Ekatike. That's probably more Delap. But I would say out of all the other strikers that Carl's mentioned, he probably is the best finisher. Probably. And he does score quite a wide variety of goals. Some people will say a lot of them were pens because some of them were pens. I can't remember how many, but some of them were pens. But he does score a good amount of goals in it. He is a natural goal scorer. So does he help? Does he enhance the squad? Here's the thing. I do think Darwin.
Right. So really sorry to cut you. Really sorry to cut you, Matt. I don't want to forget the 19 penalties. So he played 44 matches in total, it seems, last season.
How did he score 19 penalties?
Hold on. He
Last year, this year,
this season. So he's played 44 games, got 49 goals and 8 assists. So even if you take away the 19 penalties, which again is a lot of penalties, he's obviously he's not going to take those penalties at Liverpool.
It's 20 apparently.
I've never heard someone score that amount of penalties.
Loads of people are saying it's 20 penalties.
Even if you take away the penalties,
yeah,
that's still 30 goals and 8 assists in 44 games.
That's what I was going to say. That's what it's still impressive.
Is that all comps, Cal? Yeah.
In the league, I don't know how many penalties he took in the league to break it down, but he scored 39 goals in the league and got 7 assists in 33 games.
I'm guessing a large portion of those were penalties in the league, but still, like, his numbers don't lie.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. His number. It's just when I watch games that he's played in, I've probably watched him live about 4 times, and then obviously I've looked at the highlights. Right, he seemed clumsy to me. It's hard to explain. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know, but the numbers are numbering. Like, we can't even deny the numbers are numbering. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I just ask myself why. Like I said before, Cal, why is he the one no one's that sure on? Why is he the one that no one's making firm bids for? Like,
Berta wants to, but Arteta doesn't.
I mean, that's a bit mad. They said Berta was coming in to tell Arteta what to do, and Arteta's still got the power. So I don't know what's going on there. That's it. That's a bit mad, isn't it? And he's got a release clause. You don't even have to negotiate.
Like 50-something million pounds, I think, or something.
I think it's 60.
All right. I'm going to ask you both straight. No thinking here. First answer that comes to both of your minds. Would you sign Gyokeres, yes or no?
Yeah.
Do I have an alternative?
No.
No, not an alternative striker. Just like I can buy a different, like a left winger or something like that.
One word answer, brother.
No.
Okay, cool. I'm glad you both said that. Who then?
No, I said yes.
Okay, so I'm saying no. Drift, okay. I'm going to put you on the spot because I genuinely don't have the answer. No Kanye here. But who do we go out and get? Because we can't sit here and say Isak and Alvarez because it's just not happening.
Well, that was why I said, can I sign a player in a different position, Cal? Because I would then keep Diaz and play him false 9 and buy a left winger.
We're gonna circle back around.
Because that's a bit techie, bro.
I'm gonna throw some names out then, Drift. It is for both of us.
Yeah,
Ollie Watkins.
Oh no.
For 1 year, yeah, not for more than that.
Over Gyokeres, Drift.
Yeah. I think you've got less of a risk of Watkins working than you have Gyokeres. I genuinely do.
Remember, Gyokeres has played Championship, so he kind of knows about the physicality a little bit.
And Champions League.
Yeah, and Champions as well.
Matt, I can't tell you why I'm not sold on Gyokeres. I just can't. I can't even. I don't know what it is.
What it is, he's not the most technically proficient. Like, do you know what it is?
I'm with Drift on this.
He's a grafter, but he scores goals. Here's the thing. He's not my ideal striker, like who I'd want the club to go and get. You know me. Me personally, call me a madman. I'd rather Ekitike. I like Ekitike's playing style, preferably to Gyokeres. Even though I think Gyokeres is a better finisher. I think Ekitike's like foundations are better than Gyokeres's, and I think Ekitike has a higher upside. However, if we're just talking about putting the ball in the back of the net, you can't deny what Gyokeres is doing. But the problem is that, guys, like, it's slim pickings right now because, like Carl said, he said, Watkins, you've got players like, I know, Jiff, you're advocate for João Pedro, so maybe you take, like, João Pedro. Cunha's already gone to Man United. Sesko doesn't look like he's going Arsenal. Ekatike and Delap's definitely going Chelsea. Ekatike potentially as well. Like we can't be left.
Ask the question.
Yeah.
Jonathan David.
See, this is what I'm worried about. We can't be doing stuff like that.
Okay.
In my opinion. Personally.
I'm just asking the questions. Evan Nielsen.
I'd rather go and get like Ivan Toney from Thingy than buy Jonathan David or
I
something.
don't think
like
we
that.
get Ivan. That Saudi money hit different, Drift, man, without tax.
I know he's got to do another year before so he doesn't get the tax as well. So
what about any of the Inter Milan strikers? Just throwing names out there.
Nah.
Because you could probably get either or, but me personally, no.
I think Lautaro just needs to stay in it for the rest of his career now.
What about Retegi? Shout out to Tom Little.
Retegi's actually a good player, but
I don't know, man.
There's kind of that stigma with Italians in the Prem. Though. There's not many that have kind of.
I'm gonna ask the mad.
I know what I would do. It's just not feasible.
Go on, this I've got here.
Plus, they're angry at us because we just took Wirtz. I'd just go and get Kane.
You know, just the sort of guy that if you're in a car that breaks down, he's like, "What should we do?" I know what I'd do. I'll just buy a Rolls Royce, bro.
Yeah, I'll just buy a new car. Let's buy a new one.
Can you call up the dealership and get them to deliver it to the highway?
Brother, like Bayern. Listen, even if Kane
they're angry at us now. I know,
bro. They would never let Kane leave. I swear down, bro. Remember when Daniel Levy would never let him leave until.
Like you could just walk up to Germany and go, "Hey, guten Tag." Get Harry for a little bit. Like, I ask these questions though on a serious note, guys. Is there a chance that Liverpool Football Club sits there and goes, "We're not signing a striker this summer"? Because the market is feasible.
There is, yeah.
How
but
do you guys feel about that?
I wouldn't be happy.
It would depend if they went and bought another left winger and played Diaz up front.
We're going to speak about Diaz in a minute, but you might have to add some salt to them fries that go in the bag, bro.
I'll be honest with you. If you don't get a striker and you get rid of Jota and Nunes as well,
I'm going to fry another.
What we do? I'm not going to lie. The only thing I could put that would be even remotely logical, and you lot are going to think I'm mad, even though I think I'm being logical. Szoboszlai false 9.
All right, no. Hold that. Whoa, Matt, hold that there,
bro.
If Nunes goes, Jota would be our only centre forward left, especially if Diaz goes, which we'll speak about in a sec.
Yeah.
Would you be okay for one season with Jota, Jadon Danns, and potentially Sobo playing the false 9?
Hell no.
Drift?
Just no.
But I think you'd struggle to win the Carabao Cup. Never mind the league.
Here's what I'm gonna say: people were crashing out.
What about Florian?
But Jota wouldn't be available for about 3 months at that time, and then. Florian? I mean, yeah, Florian can play false 9, but there's no point buying a 10 and playing in false 9. That would be like.
This is what. Imagine now, people already had an issue with Szoboszlai's production last year. Even that turned out to be pretty good when you look at his numbers, right? And now you want to play him false 9. Because even though you're playing false 9,
what if it was Dan's? Do you lot think he would be ready to take the mantle?
No, not yet.
Bro, he barely played any football in the last year.
Yeah,
and to lead the line for Liverpool, champions of England, and wanted to be champions of England again and champions of Europe, to just go your time now.
Do you know what this would do?
It's like me saying to Stevie,
play Gakpo up front.
It's literally like me saying to Stevie, I feel tired. You drive yourself to school at 6 years old. It'd be like, he'd look at me like, what? And I'd be like, I'm going to sit in the back, just drive and get to school and park up, man.
If we get Florian Wirtz,
if he could reach the pedals, I think he'd do it.
He probably would.
You say he
know.
parks up and he's like, this isn't even hard. You make it look really difficult.
Stevie's
Jack.
a little bad man. If
probably
he
would.
could reach the pedals, he'd be like, all right, pops, cool with it. Let's do this, bro.
He probably would. He probably would. Guys, if we get Florian Wirtz and we don't get a striker, you're kind of undoing the great work that could have been, because Florian Wirtz has always played at his best when he's at a striker to play alongside, whether that's been Patrick Schick or Boniface. There needs to be that player, because Wirtz is like a link man, innit? Like link off the front man, pick up pockets of space. There's a reason why he gets all these assists, innit? Like obviously it's mainly, obviously there's other players that get involved, but we have to get a striker, man. Like
What if we do one of those can play multiple?
Who is it, bro? Who's the guy?
Go get, bro.
I'd rather get Matt, maybe.
I'd rather get Gyokeres. Go get. If Gyokeres is the only striker left, we're acting like Gyokeres is crap. If Gyokeres is crap, I'll be like, no, he's not crap, bro. What it is, he's a little bit of an unknown because of the league that he plays in. Everyone's thinking, does his goals translate into the Prem? But Gyokeres is a goal scorer, though, bro. He actually is. Even look at him for international level when he plays up front with Isak.
I don't think it's. I might be speaking on behalf of the fan base and getting this completely wrong, guys. And if I am, then I'm sure everyone will let me know.
I don't think everyone would be upset signing Gyokeres because he comes from Portugal or anything like that. It's because we know the margin for error of our transfers is so finite. Yeah, I know.
If we're signing Gyokeres, it doesn't mean we're signing Gyokeres this summer, and if it doesn't work out, we're signing an Alvarez or an Isak next summer. It means we've got Gyokeres running number 9 for the next 2-3 years, maybe.
I've got a name.
That's what the issue is.
Mateta.
You took the words right out of my mouth, pause. I was just about to say Mateta as well. Mateta for 2 years, I think that could work.
Would you not do that as a stopgap over Gyokeres?
I'd rather Mateta than Gyokeres.
Mateta got 14 goals and in 37 games in the league, 3 in the EFL. Mateta is 27. He's going to be 28 this month. And let me see when his contract runs.
2 years. Let's go.
Do you know what I'm worried about with Mateta? Mateta is that type of striker. I think he bads up, but I think when he takes a step, I don't know whether that translates. He's good, don't get it twisted. But I think you have to play to his strengths. You see what we do at Liverpool? We have what Slot's trying to do is he's introducing a playing style. So we're not necessarily playing to your strengths, we're playing to the team strengths. Hence why
contract runs out in a year.
Okay.
1 year left. We could get him for like 40 M's.
Oh, well, hence why though. It didn't work out at Nunez. Obviously, Jota, he can't even stay fit. But there's even Slot come out the other day and said, I know Szoboszlai would rather play the number 8 position, but obviously he's been playing in 10 all season. That's just to help the team. He's not looking at what's best for Szoboszlai. He's looking at best for the team. So that's what you got to understand. If you buy Mateta, does Mateta work in your guys' opinion in Liverpool's setup? Did you think it works?
No, I think he'd be a fantastic player. If let's say, for example, we'd already signed Isak or Alvarez.
Good backup in it. Yeah.
You know, we're selling Jota for 40 mil, but we can bring in Mateta for 40 mil as a rotational backup. I'm sitting there going, brilliant, because in certain games, you're going to need a battering ram potentially to break down teams and to just give that defense help. I'm all for it. I think it's kind of scary that we're sitting there going, we'd rather Mateta over Gyokeres when Gyokeres has Europa League experience, Champions League experience, has played in the Championship, has played in Portugal, has played internationally, and would probably cost maybe 10 mil more than Mateta, and is younger as well. Are we really downplaying what Gyokeres is as a forward and as a footballer as well?
Maybe
I think
we are.
Hang about what? Sorry, this can't be real.
But
Theo Hernandez
Saudi.
to Saudi. Bro, he's like 27, isn't he?
How is he only 15 mil?
Bro, I don't know what's going on in AC Milan. I don't know. But you know what happens at AC Milan? Every now and again, they just go through a crisis and they just start selling players and they don't even know how much they should sell them for. Reinders, he's gone. Theo Hernandez, That probably says to you Rafa Leao's on the market as well. Players like that are on the market, bro. Even if he has 150. Yeah, I'm surprised he ain't got no else though. He's not staying in Europe.
Are we signing a striker this summer, boys? Yes or no, in your opinion?
Yeah, I think we are. 15 mil is the salary.
Oh, my bad.
How much?
That's the salary. My bad. Apologies for the mini crash out. Apologies.
That's the okay. Are we getting a striker? I think we will. I think the club know if Nunes is probably gonna go and Jota's injury. So that even if you keep Jota or you sell him, you still need to bring in a striker. And we'll get on to the next part because I know it involves another player. But yeah, I think Nunes is probably going to be sold. Liverpool will know they have to replace him in some capacity. So I think we get a striker.
Big up. Right. On to another player who could potentially be getting sold, and that is Luis Diaz. The build came out yesterday saying that Diaz has informed Liverpool his decision to go. Fabrizio has been reporting this since Friday, I believe, as well. Now, Luis Diaz is subject to interest from Al Nassr from Saudi, but also Barcelona as well. Now, Fofana is a name that has been linked to Liverpool as a potential replacement. We obviously have Gakpo at the moment as well, who's also been linked to a move, but loosely linked. If we were to lose Diaz, Drift, I'm not going to ask you this because I know what your answer is going to be. So, Matt, I'll ask you this. If we were to lose Diaz and get Fofana, not that we want to sell him, but Diaz wants to leave, how would you feel about that?
I wouldn't be happy. I'll tell you why. I think Malik Fofana is a great up-and-coming prospect, but you're losing a quality player that can do what he's doing now. People wanted to crash out at Luis Diaz, even myself, when we first kind of signed him, and like maybe his production wasn't where it needed to be, in my opinion, for the talent that he had, yeah. I remember me and Drift used to kind of like argue about it. I said, Drift, he's good, but the numbers aren't right. And Drift would be like, trust me, bro, he does stuff that like his work rate and stuff. And don't get me wrong, there were times when I felt like, no, we can't just use that. But then there are times when you look at, but work rate is important in football. Luis Diaz this season, especially this season, yeah, is one of the main reasons actually why we won the Premier League. And I know with the plaudits and people will say we'll go to Salah, it will go to Virgil, McAllister. Luis Diaz is one of the reasons why we won the Prem. Luis Diaz was always available. He scored important goals. He's played through the center when Gakpo was injured. He's done it all, bro. He's got 13 goals and 7 assists in 38 appearances in the Premier League. That's just the Prem. That's 20 GA in the Prem in 38 games. Take away stats. Now just look at what he does for Liverpool. He's the only player in our squad, in my opinion, that can isolate anybody and get past their opponent. He's the only person that can do that. I know Gakpo does the driving. Salah does the same thing. They kind of drive it and like they wait for space. Diaz can offset a defense. If we lose Luis Diaz, I'm gonna be honest, we're in trouble because Malik Fofana then steps in, and I know obviously I rate Cody Gakpo just like you guys, right? But then you're then relying on Gakpo, who Gakpo is good, and you know I rate Gakpo, but I think as a combination of them two, we have the best left-hand side in the league. But Gakpo by himself, you're basically saying to Gakpo now, you need to go up a level. Now, I'm not saying he can't, but it's a big ask. And Gakpo has a certain playing style. Malik Fofana has no experience in the Prem, so you're basically asking him to kind of try and even get as close to replicating Diaz as best as he can. He ain't gonna do that. So if we lose Luis Diaz, I'll be honest, it's a massive miss. We should have sorted out his contract from before. We shouldn't let the man be on 55K, I think what it is, for however long. He deserves a new contract. He's got 2 years left, if I'm not mistaken. Barca and Saudi are heavily trying to get him. And from what I saw as well on his, I think it was his Instagram or his Twitter, him and his partner sort of like said like a goodbye letter. And that worries me because I feel like maybe his mind's been made up, or maybe we haven't offered him a new deal that he was waiting for. And yeah, man, losing Nunes and potentially Jota, Then you would have added in Diaz. That's a big miss for Liverpool. And I'll be real, people can do the whole age thing. He's 28, rare tear tear. He's 28 years old, and he can play on the left, on the right, for the center, and he will get you goals. He might not be an amazing goal scorer, but he's a hell of a player. And I think it's a player that we will miss. And he's a unique player in the squad, in my opinion, as well.
It's so funny because when people talk about age, but we're in the 20s still, I'm so confused what that means. Is that you thinking like FSG and you're trying to cash in on him before he gets too old to have no resale value? I don't understand, because a good player, 28 is absolutely no worry at all. Like, I know Mo is obviously like a GOAT, but Mo's 33. So that means Diaz is 5 years younger than Mo. Why would you already start worrying about Diaz's age in terms of performances? So that means you must be doing the FSG thing. You just want to sell him while he's got value. Whichever way, I don't know why we're talking about age with Diaz. I don't think age matters at all, talking about Diaz. But that's just me anyway.
Drift. Let's say Diaz is sold, which it kind of looks like he's heading in that direction. Let's say we're able to get 70 mil for him. Who would you try and
should get for him?
Who would you try and get as a replacement?
This is what I mean.
Or is this where the Florian Wirtz? Because I think Paul Joyce said it the other day that Florian Wirtz is also seen as a prize asset because of his versatility as well.
What, so play Wirtz left wing and then keep Soboslai?
I'm not saying he'd be a permanent left winger, because we obviously do have Gakpo there as well. But do you think it could be a thing where him and Gakpo rotate the left wing, and then Wirtz and Soboslai rotate the number 10? Or is there another name you'd like to bring to the table?
I know they play hard going get, but it costs more than 70, and then it's like.
But did Rodrigo come out the other day and said he's not leaving, or he doesn't want to leave?
Yeah, yeah, but again, that's apparently. But I think if you put a bid in and you basically say to him, you know, your mainstay. He's not a mainstay. I think he's trying to cling on to Real Madrid. If I'm being honest, because again, I don't know what's going on over there. But listen, listen. Big up the chat as well, each and every one of you. I've seen some people agree with me and disagree with me. For the people that disagree and think like this, I can't remember who said it, but someone said like Diaz can't score 10 goals consistently. Diaz, I don't know how to explain it to people. He was probably our most used forward alongside Salah, but Salah was exceptional. But then after Salah, it probably goes Diaz, because even though Gakpo had for me a better first half of the season, Diaz had a better second half. Do you know what I mean? Like I think we underestimate what
Diaz only had. Diaz, statistically, Matt, Diaz dipped December, January, February, and then March, April, May was good, and then
he dipped in the cold months.
Yeah, and then the 3 months where his form dropped off was actually when it was cold. I know it sounds like a silly joke, but he started the season really well, had the dip in the middle.
That season amazing, bro. He got like how many? He got. Remember, he got. Hold on. He got the goal against Brentford. He got 2 goals against Man United, bro. Diaz, if I'm not mistaken, Diaz started better than Salah, bro.
Brentford, I think it was.
Here's the thing, yeah. I get it. When you play for Liverpool, you expect every single opportunity to be scored because we had prime Mane and prime Salah, and I get it. It's going to be very hard to find another guy like Sadio Mane in it. Sadio Mane, that's the guy. Like he was the guy. But if you think about what Diaz has done, especially after the injury he's had, and like him and Cody have kind of locked down that left wing, in my opinion, it's not something that we should be looking to change. Do you get what I'm saying? It's something that we should be trying to like keep together, so to speak. I think people are underestimating how hard it's going to be. And I could be wrong. Maybe we buy a Malik Fofana and he just does a mad thing. But I'm just going off what I've seen, and I can only go off what I've seen. And last year, I think people underestimate Diaz. I see someone in the chat saying Diaz prop and all this, and I'm like, bro, like.
So it's kind of. Sorry, just really quickly, Drift. We keep on speaking about the left wing.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, Diaz played just as many games in the false nine as he did left wing last season. Are we almost missing the elephant in the room? We keep on speaking about replacing Diaz left wing. Diaz was our best centre forward last season and ended the season as slots number one centre forward. I don't think left wing's the issue here. I think centre forward is the issue if Diaz leaves. Because I think sorry to cut you, Matt.
Go on, bro. Go.
I don't think Slot saw Diaz as a number one left winger anymore. I think he sees that as Gakpo, and I think he sees Diaz as his number one centre forward.
I'm just going to check how
but
many.
But Diaz's
how many
versatility was key. So you're right. It's his versatility, though.
Agreed.
Remember,
Agreed.
Do you know what? All right. So there's people. Big up the people in the chat. Remember, I never go. This is the whole part of this. Is we're having a discussion, right? People in the chat will say he can't get past his man consistently. Well, neither can Salah, neither can flipping Gakpo, neither can Nunes or Jota. But he's probably the best out of all of them. If we're talking about trying to get past your opponent, Diaz is probably the most craftiest and probably the techiest to get past his opponent. Not saying it's going to work all the time, and don't get me wrong, there's days when it just doesn't work. But he probably is the most consistent out of all of them. Plus, he creates space for others.
So, guys, he played right wing twice, and he played centre forward 15 times, and he played left wing 30 times.
But last season?
Yeah.
That can't be right.
15 times down the middle. I thought he would have played a bit more than that, but he didn't.
No, that probably sounds about right, you know, guys, because I think we're thinking, because it obviously.
Gakpo was injured for a little bit.
Yeah.
Gakpo was out injured.
And not only that, I know this is not an excuse. When Gakpo was injured, Diaz could have no rest. If you go look at Diaz's minutes, Drift, what's he say about his minutes? I'm going to say Diaz clocked about 2,800, 2,900 minutes.
Sorry, Drift, while you're there as well, can you check how many goals Diaz scored from the left wing and also how many scored from the centre forward position?
I'm going 2.9, Drift, for Diaz's minutes. 2.9, 2.8, something like that.
Try 3,336, bro.
Jeez.
I'm sorry, what?
He played 3,336 minutes. We rinsed Diaz last season.
And what people will say is, oh, but look at Mo. You have to understand that they're two different individuals. Like, Mo is like... go.
So, Cal, he scored 8 goals and got 1 assist when he played centre forward. And he got 6 goals and 7 assists when he played left wing. And the maddest thing is he scored a goal when he played right wing as well, which is mad.
Listen, man.
His ratio from centre forward is a lot higher than when he plays left wing.
But hear what I'm saying. In the Prem, he got 13 goals and 7 assists, bro.
I think it was 5 assists, no?
I'm going to say 7.
No, I'm looking at it now. It's 13 and 7, yeah.
See? Best memory on Kopish. Don't ever doubt me. That's twice. Twice!
And you know what? He scored in 3 different competitions. He scored in the League Cup, scored in the Champions League, and scored in the Premier League. So at least he was scoring in other competitions as well.
Yeah. Guys, I'll be real. Kyle, I think you hit nail in the head, you know. It's not left wing.
No,
it's
5
just...
assists, Matt. It was 5 assists in the Prem.
It was 7, bro.
It's 5 in the Prem.
It's 7 in the Prem.
Well, I'm looking at Transfer Market and it says 7.
Transfer Market is 7.
I'm on Google. It's 13 and 5.
You're going to trust Google, bro.
Yeah.
Over Transfer Market. Chat, do your best work. Is it 7 or 5? I'm saying it's 7. In fact, you know what? I'm going to go to the Premier League. Cal, if I get this right again, I'm not going to lie. Your memory arc's in trouble, bro. Right, let's go look at the Premier League.
I can see the face by the cap.
Hey, Drift, don't ever use Transfer Market ever again.
No way, I got you, Matt.
Is Transfer Market wrong, yeah?
At this moment, Matt realised
No,
the memory wasn't what he thought it was. As he slumped in his chair, questioning Transfer Market, throwing his hands up in the sky, looking for an answer. Blood fire. We can't take it no more. We can't take it no more. 2 blood clots assists. We need it, please.
What's the point of Transfer Market on the real? There's some basic stats, bro.
People are saying this. They're not actually wrong, but they count when you win a penalty. You know, like sometimes it can say assist if you win a penalty. So maybe Diaz won 2 penalties.
So
Then.
does that all judge sides does that theoretically mean transfer market stats are incorrect then? Like
Maybe they're
all of
just
them.
judging it differently from the Premier League. Maybe I don't know.
What the flip? In the Prem, I'm looking at now. Luis Diaz has 5. So why transfer market put 7? I'm gonna double check his goals. I don't trust transfer market no more, bro.
Either way, Diaz
He's
has
got
been
13
very
goals.
important. And here's another thing as well, Cal. If we let, I mean, it would probably mean Jota wouldn't leave, which would annoy a lot of people, I'm guessing. But you can't get rid of 3 out of your 5 or 3 out of your 6 forwards because it's too much change all at one time. Because if we let Diaz, Jota, and Nunes go, and maybe even Chiesa, and then the only players who were here from last season are Gakpo and Mo, that's a lot of change, man. Do you know what I mean? All at one time, and then you gotta hope that they gel. And you actually need your forward players to have some kind of cohesion. You know what I mean? You can't just throw forwards together. They need to be able to play, pause, like, you know what I mean? Like it's I don't know. I think it's a lot of change, man. I think 3, possibly 4 forwards out of the 6 leaving all in one summer is a lot.
All right, I'm going to take a left wing approach here. Pun intended, by the way. How would you guys feel if Diaz left and it was Eze coming?
I'll be over the moon we signed Eze because you know I wanted him for time,
Eze
but
cold.
not in place of Diaz though. They do play different roles in the team. That it would make no sense.
Eze is a 10 that can play left. Diaz is a left winger that can play the 9. So we're not even getting the profile the same.
Unless it's Wirtz out wide and Eze in the 10. That could run, you know.
All right. Wait there. I've got another approach.
Surely if you're going to do that, go and get Shirky, no? Surely.
No. What about this?
Eze's less of a gamble, probably, you know, Cal.
You know, I'm going to tell you. What about Rodrigo on the left, Florian in the 10? Don't know the strikers, though.
What you doing? Playing Football Manager, bro?
No, but I'm saying Rodrigo. No, because if Diaz sells for...
Rodrigo ain't going, bro.
No, if Diaz sells for 70, you say to Real Madrid 90. I think that 90 will get you Rodrigo. Honestly.
I don't, you know, man. I don't know if he wants to go, bro.
But what I'm saying is, if we get Florian Wirtz and Liverpool are bullish about their approach. Remember, there was rumors about Rodrigo before. All these rumors now about Real Madrid, they're probably just trying to just jack up the fee, bro. Like, if you want to get him, you're gonna have to. Remember, it's all controlled by Marca. Marca have said Rodrigo wants to stay. I ain't heard nothing. I ain't seen no interview. I haven't heard nothing. I'm saying if you put the money there, Real Madrid will be tempted to sell. They definitely will be, in my opinion.
What if this happened? What if they got rid of Diaz, they got rid of Gakpo, Jota, and they got rid of Nunes? They bought Rodrigo, but only Rodrigo because he can play both false 9 and left wing. So they were like being a bit cheap, but going for quality.
Nah, because it's great. As much as I rate him, you're doing the whole. Yeah, you're not doing that.
But so you don't think Rodrigo false 9, Gakpo?
No, Rodrigo can. Here's the thing.
Another elephant in the room. Does Rio get a chance if Diaz goes?
He's not ready yet, bro. Not yet, bro.
I'm not saying that's what I would do. I'm asking, remember, we don't see what happens behind the scenes. Apparently, he's been cooking bad.
I know, bro, but all right. Remember when I told you, hold on, I gotta think now. You know, a person that we know, his son has played against him. Yeah. So very, very good player, but again, still does too much like trickery. Like, he's a very good dribbler, innit? And very good technical ability. But in terms of like, look at Yamal. Yamal's not just technical. Yamal's the IQ. Like, your IQ needs to be of a certain level to play with the first team.
He also got a chance.
You could be right. Fofana Rio maybe could hit the ground running. But what I'm saying is, if you lose Diaz, in my honest opinion, you go and get Rodrigo. For me, it's the best like for like, because you're getting a left winger who can also play right and can also play through the middle. In my opinion, that's the best player profile that you can go and get. It's literally the same player.
Would you
Just
be
a
happy
young-
with Rodrigo playing false nine for Liverpool?
Bruv, if Diaz leaves, hear what I'm saying. If Diaz was to leave and the replacement was Rodrigo, I'm going mad.
That's not what I asked, though.
What do you mean?
We'd all be over the moon if we signed Rodrigo.
No, you
How
drift him
still-
a little bit. Like I know, because I
No,
know
no,
drift.
no,
I
no,
said
no.
a few things about Rodrigo. I don't know whether he
No,
was
no,
joking
Matt, you're
or-
right. I wouldn't be over the moon.
I know I
I'll
would
be.
Bro,
You
I'm
wouldn't be.
gassed, bro. What are we doing here, bro?
Drift wouldn't be. Drift don't really rate him
I
like
think
that.
he's overrated. But
And I don't know whether just trolling. I don't know, bro.
I'm with Drift. I think he's slightly overrated, but I think he's fantastic, though.
I think
he's
I
good
think
enough to
he's
play for
underrated.
Liverpool.
Oh, he's more than good enough to play for Liverpool. He walks
You
into our
don't-
starting
Drift,
lineup.
hold on, Drift. What did you say?
I said he's good enough to play for Liverpool. I just don't think he's.
Oh,
as
from
great.
I thought he said he's not good enough to play.
Yeah,
No,
no,
I
he
was
won't.
about to crash out.
He walks into Liverpool's first team, but I don't want him as a false nine. Though. That was my question, Matt. As a false nine, would you be all right with that?
Do you know what, Carl?
I wouldn't.
Potentially, yeah. No. I say the reason if Diaz leaves and Rodrigo is now seen as the nah. I'm not happy. No,
It stinks.
it's. Do you know why? Because Liverpool will be doing that's the cheap way. Because you're not replacing Nunes.
Yeah.
This is the thing, Cal. We've got to stop doing this whole this player covers
Square
2
pegs in
players
round
being
holes.
sold. 15 goals. I'm not worried about that, you know. Honestly, he plays off the. It's hard to say, you know, with certain players, you just know, like, that's the guy.
So I tell you how I see Rodrigo drift. I see him how Sturridge was at Chelsea. The moment Sturridge got to play his proper position, we got to see him flourish. I think that's what it would be for Rodrigo.
Maybe.
In the same way, if
Trust
Salah
me,
was
bro.
playing for the last 3 years on the left wing, we wouldn't see the numbers that he gets over when he plays on the right wing.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Not saying Rodrigo's in Salah's class, by the way. I'm just saying I think that has hindered his development and his numbers as well. But I hear the concern. He still has to prove himself if he comes to Liverpool, by the way. But I do think there's enough to go on from how he plays to suggest that he would be a hit for us. But
Agreed.
only as a left winger, not as a false nine.
Again, he can only replace Diaz. What I don't want to see the club do is go, all right, we're selling Diaz. Say Jota stays, right? Oh, we're selling Diaz and Nunes. Oh, we're just bringing in Rodrigo. We're not doing that. Like, my club better not do that, bro, because I will go mad. Stop doing that. If Diaz leaves, you replace Diaz. If Nunes, what's people saying? What's going on with that? What?
It's not. I think
People start trolling because I swear I'll
think
crash
they- I
out and
think
ban
they
everyone.
stole
There'll be no show.
Don't
Don't get me pissed off. There'll be no show.
What's your dad, bro?
No show. Just
I'll
lock
switch
the
off the
whole
Wi-Fi.
town.
Everyone go to bed now.
I swear down.
That is such a punishment in 2025.
It's a
Because
mad-
if I'm checking it now, by the way.
No, it's not. It's not.
Oh my gosh! You never guess what though. This has nothing to do with Florian Wirtz. Guess where Joe Bellingham is actually going to play?
Yeah, Dortmund, yeah.
Bro, they have literally mapped out everything, ain't they?
Yeah. Conveyor
I
belt.
do find it a little bit strange that he's going to leave when they've been promoted, though. Wouldn't you want to give one season in the Premier League?
Why?
Drift,
When you
just
can go
quickly.
Dortmund
Or is that
and-
both of you actually? Have you both seen Job like play? Like, I've seen Job like play
Not
probably
really.
about 10, 15.
I've seen him a couple of times.
I kid you not. He is the exact replica of his brother. The running style,
he
the
does
way they
very
play,
similar.
they
Yeah,
are
yeah.
literally the exact same player.
He's
except
a
for-
budget. He's a budget Jude, isn't it? Basically.
Yeah, but I would say Job is maybe a little bit quicker, maybe, and a little bit more agile.
Mm.
They're just exactly the same, you know.
No, they do. They do play very similar.
Even when I saw, you know, when you're watching the TV, and like, I said, "What? I said, that's Bellingham." I was like, "Of course it is." Like, the running style is exactly. You know, Bellingham's got this like weird kind of running style.
Mm.
crazy.
Right, let's move on, boys. We're going to speak about another player now. I never thought I'd ever use this phrase or say this sentence. Ben Doak has been linked with a move to Everton.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
And
that's mad, isn't it?
there's some legs to it. I've got a proposition though. If Everton want to open the door to doing business with Liverpool, they got a centre back.
I know you're gonna say, yeah.
Run that. Run that. You want Doak? We want Branthwaite. We'll give you some money on top of it. But run that, big man. So now you want to open the doors again and do some business. We want Branthwaite. Go and get me Jared.
There's two ways how this deal will work if it happens. Because of the rivalry between Liverpool and Everton, it's either going to go one or two ways. In a weird way, the deal wasn't nothing crazy and we don't extort them because even though we're eternal rivals, we're still connected as brethren. It's just going to sound so weird. It's like, shout out to my anime fans. It's like Naruto and Sasuke kind of thing. There are eternal rivals, but because we don't fear them, we don't mind not taking the piss out of them, if that makes sense. Or we will absolutely extort them and do what we done. Please don't take that shot if you're watching the show. The Brewster deal, 24 mil. You know, one of them ones. It will be something like that.
Guys, you know what? I don't know. I know transfer window isn't exactly reliable after what just happened with that stuff with Diaz, but they're saying that Middlesbrough gave us 10 mil for that loan.
Loan for who?
Oh, for
For
Doak.
Doak.
No way.
That can't be right, can it?
I'll be real. Whoever's involved in transfer market right now must be their first down the job because
we just got 10 million. We just got a 10 million loan fee from Middlesbrough for Doak. Then we're gonna get the Man City charges in a couple of years. Maybe I'm gonna have to take my foot off the gas a little bit because we're about to get hit with some charges.
I'm surprised we didn't get hit with a charge when we saw Brad Smith to Bournemouth for 6 mil and he played like 2 games.
Yeah,
or because he gave Origi, I think, 2 assists, maybe.
Yeah.
He got 10 GA for Middlesbrough in 24 games. He had a decent season.
I think we're all in agreement with sell Ben Doak, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That ship has failed, yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't look like it's gonna work out, bro.
Would you sell him to Everton, though?
Yeah, I would.
I actually would, you know, but Braithwaite, you need to help out with it with the Braithwaite deal, innit? Because we need a centre back. So,
would you guys be happy if we did get Branthwaite?
He's not my first choice. I mean, to be fair, I don't really have a first choice, but he wasn't the defender that. Actually, no, he's better than Hatter. Actually, he's better as a centre back as Hatter. And my
right, you know how much we want for him?
Who 30 mil? Yeah,
we want 30 mil. If we get Everton to give us 30 mil, we fleeced.
That is Brewster all over again.
But I'm gonna say it. They lost the Champions League final at the weekend. That's the second time they've lost Champions League final at the weekend. Richard Hughes got contacts in Italy, innit? We all know who I'm talking about. Go and get him.
Do you know what? I'm still a little
say it, Drift.
Skeptical about him playing in a back four.
It's gonna be shaky.
You see you get where I'm coming from, innit, Matt? Like, I'm not gonna lie, when you played in a back three for your whole career, to play in a back four is a totally different thing. Like,
I'm gonna be so honest, yeah. When it comes to centre backs, Cal, I don't know. Who's the centre backs that you okay? You said so.
No, hold on. Finish the sentence you were gonna say.
Wait. I'm trying to think. You said it's a little bit like.
Wow.
One of us on the show said Pacho. Just saying. I got cooked for saying that, by the way.
Not by me. I never cooked.
I'm sorry. What?
I never cooked you for saying Pacho.
You and Drift both did.
Where did I cook you for saying Pacho?
Jack, cook him right now. I said William Pacho, and you lot laughed.
Oh. I'm not gonna lie. I still don't rate Pacho. I don't care if he's a Champions League winner.
But I've never.
Drift, Pacho is Pacho. I would never say he's world class. He ain't world class, but he's good enough. What I said is he's good enough to play for Liverpool. Definitely good enough. 100%.
Third or fourth choice, but he's not like.
But is he good enough to play for Liverpool?
Just about, yeah.
Remember, I've said Botman as well. I've said Botman.
I was with you with the whole Botman situation, bro. What are we doing here?
I'm just trying to say, fam. I'm just saying.
Hold on.
All jokes aside.
You guys are not.
No. But Stoney's good, but Drift does have a
good.
point.
He's one of the best centre backs in the world.
Here's what I'm gonna say. he had a bad performance, but there's definitely question marks and not about him suiting the Prem and the system. Is he a quality defender? Yes. All right, Drift. Would you for you? Is it similar to like Gyokeres in that mode? Like you think he's good, but you're just like, I don't know if that's going to translate in the Prem.
Yeah, I'm putting a whole load of things together. So I'm putting together, and I know this is stereotypical, so forgive me, but Italians when they leave Italy, then I'm thinking about the fact that he's been playing in a back three for so long, and now he's gonna have to play in a back four. He would actually only, and I know people are gonna crash out at me because he is a good player, but I don't think he can play right sided centre back. So he can only play if Virgil's not playing.
No, but Cal, even Bastoni can't play right sided centre back. Right. He can play. He can play. He's definitely left side. He's just heavily left sided.
Unless you move Van Dijk to right side, then Bastoni can only play if Virgil ain't playing. Like there would be. Don't get me wrong. If I heard we're chasing Bastoni, I'd be like, "Rah, we're moving mad still." But I do think there is a lot of ifs about Bastoni in the Premier League.
Listen, all Drift. I'll be real. I think Bastoni is still cold, but that game did make me question though. Like I can't say it didn't. I'll be lying if I didn't. And I get it. It's one game, but it's the biggest stage, and it wasn't just like you was bad. You was shocking. But then again, so was the whole team in it.
The whole team shit, bro. What? No, I'm going to speak about DeMarco leaving him on the island by himself.
How did Pacho play though? Did he play right?
He did.
And why did DeMarco turn his back as well?
Pacho, no one believed me when I said Pacho's the truth. I told, man.
No, Matt, he's still got his bozo gene, man.
Drift, bro, he's been one of the best defenders in the Champions League. And don't get me wrong, I'm not going to cheat and say I've watched League One. I haven't.
Drift, Pacho's had some dodgy games, but PSG have got away with it.
Drift, Pacho's been immense. Come on, bro. Even you must know Pacho been immense.
He's been all right.
You know what it is? You know people.
Marquinhos has definitely been the defender that's played the best for PSG.
I knew we were gonna do that. It's cool. It's cool, innit? It's cool, innit? Because I said Pacho.
Marquinhos.
Thank you,
No, he wasn't.
Well,
Pacho in the game we played them was outstanding, bro.
Pacho was.
Yeah, but I'm talking about across the whole, like not just a couple games.
Come on, chat. Surely you must agree with me. Pacho been cold Champions League. You know what I'm saying?
He's got that.
There's an argument to say Pacho carried Marquinhos this tournament.
Oh, see, look, just doing the but how is he a bojo? Even man said it. Pacho's been clear. He probably locked up any centre forward he's played against.
Pacho's been.
He's a monster, bro. I can't lie to you.
Yeah, he really he stepped up this season.
Pacho's been crazy,
guys.
Yeah, go.
Obviously, Konate seems like there's been a breakthrough in the contract situation. They said in late May, so hopefully things are steering in the right direction there. Do we have to speak about centre backs though? And the reason I say that, and look, everyone knows Bastoni was my dream centre back signing, right? And I really want to sign a left-footed centre back. Is that more important than ever now with the changes we potentially going to make tactically? And the reason I say that, Matt, you're not going to like me for saying this. I just want you to follow me here, though. If it's going to be old school where the fullbacks are both advanced and one of the centre midfielders drops in to make the third centre back, would it not actually be better to play and rotate Konate and Virgil for right centre back and bring in a new left-footed left centre back? That way they're more comfortable when going out wide defending the channels. And you have a bit more balance that way as well. I know Virgil's an anomaly, but wouldn't that actually be better for the balance and fluidity of the team? And I keep saying, if Schlotterbeck doesn't get injured, I think we sign Schlotterbeck in the summer.
I don't think Virgil would struggle with it because he's the best defender of all time. But at the same time, at 33 years old, I don't know about getting Virgil to change his role in the team. I think you just let Virgil's role be what it's been. Like that, it might be a little bit weird to start trying to change his role around at this age.
Is it that big of a change to moving from left centre back to right centre back though for a world class player like Virgil?
At his age, possibly. Like I think if he'd have done it a couple of years ago, it would have been an absolute piece of cake. But at this age now, he's very comfortable and knows his role. I don't know if it would be like you might still get like 85% of Verge, but that 10-15% that would drop could be a bit, you know what I mean? Could be a difference maker for winning the league and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't think I would do it.
Do you know what it is? When you play left-sided centre back and you're a right footer, if you get kind of like pressed, you can just turn in onto your strongest foot and do a diag. Whereas if he now gets pressed in field, he goes onto his weaker foot, and now you're asking him to potentially do a diag with his weaker foot. It does take away a little bit. It's not. Listen, the way how he's been playing literally since Southampton to Liverpool has always been on that left-hand side. I think it's just that's just what he's known to do now. When them diag to Salah is a weapon that you're taking away. Because here's the killer. He can still play the diag to the left winger, but the left winger is not as dynamite as Salah. And you want to try and maximize that. They've only got 2 years left, potentially playing alongside each other. So I think it probably would take away a bit from Virgil's game. But in terms of answering your question, we definitely need to get a centre back, because I don't know what's going on with what's his name?
Kwanzaa.
Oh, yeah, Kwanzaa, sorry, because again, Kwanzaa apparently
we need 2 then, guys.
I think we can get away with 1, but I think we'd need another one at some point as well, though.
Depending on if Gomez goes.
Because I think we need 1 now. But if Gomez or Kwanzaa leaves, then I think we need 2. I think we should have 5 centre backs. I know people think it's overkill, but we saw what happened this season.
I think 5 is the dream,
agree.
though. 5 is the dream, but I think
you keep Joey.
Everyone else has got 5. All the other big clubs.
Well, how many did we use this season? Virgil, Ibu, Joey, and Kwanzaa. We had 4, right?
We barely played this season.
I know, but back in the day, I say back in the day.
I think he played about 10 games, Cal, before his injury.
Oh, it's because
I don't know if he even played that much, Drew.
Because remember, he came in for a little while. Let me check.
You see, when we had Matip, yeah, it was Virgil, Matip,
we had 5
Konate, Gomez, and who's the other one?
We didn't. We only had 4.
We only had 4 in it. I only had 4.
So Cal, he played 9 in the league, 4 in the Champions League, 3 in the EFL, and 1 in the FA. So he made 17 appearances last season, Joey.
That's atrocious, bro.
17, you know. How many did Kwanzaa make then? Kwanzaa must have made about.
And I guarantee he didn't start all of those games.
Yeah.
Well, minutes-wise, he played just under 900 minutes for the season.
That's terrible, man.
Damn.
And Kwanzaa.
I'm going to say Kwanzaa made 21, 22. No, 20, 26. 20.
Kwanzaa made 25, Matt. 25 appearances.
Close.
He played 13 in the Prem, 4 in the Champions League, 2 in the FA Cup, and all of the EFL Cup games, 6. He played a total of 1,290 minutes.
I genuinely feel Slot sees him as a 5th choice or 4th choice centre back.
Sorry,
probably with the left-footed centre back market. Van der Ven is very injury prone, or else you could go for him. Schlotterbeck has just picked up a really bad injury.
That's the one, I think. Yeah.
Pacho just not too long gone to PSG.
Just landed his first season in PSG, innit?
Beraldo not too long gone to PSG. Bastoni, it looks like a miracle to get him out of.
Agreed.
I'm trying to think who else is there.
Lukaba's only signed. Didn't Lukaba sign a new deal? Was it last year or this year?
So I signed a deal while I was doing a Kopish show in the summer.
Oh my gosh, that was this summer, innit?
Or was it in January? That might have even been January.
But I swear Lukaba has a release clause though. That is 70 mil. Okay.
Who else? You got Hatto's there maybe as well.
Do you know what it is about Hatto? I see
Hatto would be a good one.
I see Hatto more as a left back than a centre back, though, you know?
Yeah, same.
What about Murillo? Would you not take Murillo?
Nah.
I wouldn't be mad at Murillo.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
I think Murillo does stuff at Forest that he wouldn't get away with at Liverpool.
There isn't a lot of centre backs, man.
Sorry, one second, guys.
There isn't a lot. It is a little bit techie in the centre back world, man. So
Hincapié, you're a big fan of Hincapié, Drew.
yeah. Hincapié. He's one of the very few left, man. But I know maybe they might not have anything that they can do about it to some degree, but at the same time, surely Leverkusen can't lose all of their best players in one summer. Do you know what I mean? Like that would just be mad. I've got a feeling at least one or two of the better players will stay because they're not going to let everybody go.
Yeah.
Especially they've lost a manager as well. Do you know what I mean? So it's like flipping hell. They won't even be the same team next season at all.
One word answer: does Ibu stay and sign a new contract, bro?
Yeah,
I believe so as well. All right.
That Braithwaite stuff you might be on the money with that, Cal. We might actually have to because there aren't many centre backs available around the world that's impressive. So yeah, bro, we might have to be we'll give you money with Doak for Braithwaite rather than anything.
You see how everyone speaks about how comfortable Dean Huijsen is on the ball and that he's 2-footed and all that. Braithwaite is very 2-footed as well, and he's not as good on the ball as Howson. He is good on the ball though, and he is very good aerially. He's composed. He's a good centre back in the making, man.
I like the fact that he's got that die for the badge mentality. Like he will dive and put his head in harm's way and stuff like that. Like he's one of those type of defenders, a bit of a throwback. So yeah, I ain't got no issue with Braithwaite.
Okay.
Give them 30 mil and Doak.
Run it, yeah?
Run it.
Speaking of more incomings, Gyokeres. Deal seems to be getting there. Around 45 mil is the proposed price tag. Also, it seemed as though Aït-Nouri was one of the backup options, but it looks like he's going to be going to Man City now. In the same way, Shirky was seen as a backup option for Florian Wirtz, and he too seems to be going to Man City as well. Do you think this Gyokeres deal gets over the line? And again, have we kind of been played into a position where it's Gyokeres or nothing now?
I think it will happen, bro. I've got a feeling that everything felt like it was accelerating out of control, and it was all just part of the joy of us being champions and the parade and everything like that. But these deals do take a bit longer to figure out than what we think. So, I mean, if we think about it, bro, it was a buyout clause and everything had been agreed, and it still took 2 weeks to announce Frimpong. Yeah. It was like the most obvious transfer that's ever happened in the history of football, and it still took 2 weeks before we actually announced it. So I've got a feeling that the Gyokeres one will be a little bit more complicated. There's obviously more money involved. Probably same thing as Wirtz as well, as we said earlier in the show, but being such a big deal. So yeah, I think Gyokeres will get done, bro. And apparently, obviously we know what people just say things, but apparently Gyokeres is really eager to Liverpool. So even if somebody else tries to go in for him, I think he's already got his heart set on. Remember, his captain from Hungary is already here. He sees us be champions. Like, apparently, he's just like chomping at the bit to become a Liverpool player. So I can't see why this wouldn't go through. It would just be about ironing out like the fee, right? Between 40 and 50 mil they're talking about. So yeah, I think this will get done.
And he's still your first choice?
At this point, yeah, I can't think of anything that would be better. I do love Aït-Nouri. He's such a good player, but he's not as good defensively as Gyokeres. I agree with that. So I think Gyokeres probably suits our system a bit better. I know it might seem like a lazy thing to say, but I genuinely mean it when I say he reminds me of a young Andy Robertson. Like Gyokeres really has that Andy Robertson vibe about him. Like he can get forward, he can defend, he's got pace. He's got good anticipation, makes great runs, has a great cross on him. He's probably even got a better shot on him than Robbo. So
he's definitely
he's like a young Robbo, you know what I mean? So I don't really see a better signing for us from what's available. I really don't. He's a good player.
Fair dues. And then have you heard the news about Kelleher, who looks like he'll be doing doing his medical ahead of a move to Brentford? The fee is around £18 million. Is that underwhelming?
Yeah. Because he's only got 1 year left, I was worried we weren't going to get a lot of money for him. But I do feel like we're being fleeced because he's the 5th, 6th keeper in the league, and I think he's just going to go on to do great things. I don't mean any disrespect to Brentford, but that's a strange move for me. I thought he would have been getting a club higher up the table than that. So I'm a little bit, yeah. I do think it's a little bit weird he's Brentford, but absolute steal. I think it's only 12 million in add-ons. Absolute steal, bro.
Well, let's break it down. Obviously, he's at Liverpool right now. He's going to leave. Second place is Arsenal. They've got Raya. Third place was City. They've got Edison and Ortega, so he's not going to go there. Fourth was
Edison's leaving now, remember?
Say again, sorry?
Edison's leaving, remember?
No, Pep come out today and said that they're not.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Chelsea, obviously, that to me would have been the one that I'm surprised. But let's be real, Chelsea go for name brand, so they're not going to really pick it.
And I'm glad he's not going there either.
Yeah, same. Newcastle. Again, Newcastle's another club. They got Pope, who they trust in.
Kelleher's better than Pope, though.
I believe so as well. Then you got Aston Villa, they got Emi Martinez. I think they would have gone for Kelleher had Martinez been sold.
But remember he's to Atletico apparently.
Well, that's the rumor. Again, I'm surprised that Villa didn't try and get
Villa would have been a perfect team.
Yeah,
play out from the back the way Emery wants to. It'd have been a perfect goalkeeper to replace Martinez.
Yeah, it's a weird one. How do you feel about Kelleher in terms of what he's delivered for the club, what he's done? Because I genuinely think Kelleher's legacy, man. He's a player, in my opinion, who hasn't necessarily received the respect he deserves from the footballing world. For me, I spoke about this earlier on the morning show. I can't be more grateful to Kelleher for the service he's given for Liverpool, and he goes down as a cult hero for Liverpool.
100%. Kelleher, he is the true rags to riches story, where it didn't even look like he was good enough at one point, and then he proved he was. And then every time he's played, he's just performed. I can only count 3 or 4 games at most when I've been disappointed with Kelleher. Like his consistency for a backup player. A lot of people always downplay not playing regularly and not being in form and not having that rhythm in your play. And he will come in and just be flawless. And he could be out the game for like 10, 15 matches in a row. And then he'll just come in and it'll be seamless, bro. And he just fits in. His distribution is brilliant. His shot stopping is brilliant. He's just a really, like, the biggest compliment that I can pay to Kelleher is this season we won the league and we missed Alisson for a very big chunk of this season, and Kelleher didn't even make it feel like he was gone, to the point where when he was fit, people was actually saying, "Rah, should we actually bring Ali in?" That's how well Kelleher's playing. Kelleher has been an exceptional backup goalkeeper. I'd arguably say one of the greatest backup goalies I've ever seen. I can't remember too many times when a team has had a goalkeeper of this caliber as their number 2. And good luck to him, man. I wish him all the best. I really want him to go on and flourish now. And he's been doing all of this on 10 grand a week. I know that money shouldn't even really come into it, but 10 grand a week, and he's still been performing to these high levels. So that shows his humbleness as well, that he never up a stink, moaned, complained, and all that. Big up Kelleher, man. And the streets will never forget when he packed Kepa to win us the Carabao Cup. Brilliant goalkeeper, man. Brilliant goalkeeper.
I don't think it's just that. Obviously, we sit here and the consensus is Mamardashvili is going to take over from Alisson in a couple of years' time. I know they're big shoes to fill, big gloves in this case. Mamardashvili's got to fill Kelleher's gloves first. Like, he's got a very tough deal on his side. I think people sleep on this Mamardashvili situation because it happened last summer and he hasn't even though he signed, he wasn't at the club. He now has to come in and show he's a better deputy than Kelleher, and then also show he's potentially better than Alisson will be in the next 2 years' time to take his place in the starting 11. Mamardashvili might just have the hardest role to fill at Liverpool Football Club over the next 18 months. I don't know if you agree or disagree though.
No, it is it's big shoes to fill in both cases, as you said. I think he can though. He's super talented. But I worry about Mamardashvili from a mentality point of view, Cal, because Where Kelleher was so amazing outside of his ability was he was in that endo mode where like he just knows that's his role in the team and he causes no problems. Mamardashvili's got a big ego, rightly so, because he's the top goalkeeper, but he's got a big ego. Could be an issue, Carl. I don't know if he's gonna just be all right on the bench. And
Are we being disingenuous by saying he's got a big ego rather than saying he's just confident and backs himself? Because I think there's two.
yeah. I'm not even saying it like in a derogatory way. I'm just saying like he's the type of guy. Yeah, he believes in himself. He ain't gonna sit around and be on the bench and be all right with it. He's gonna be like, no, I want to prove I'm the best. And I don't want that Ramsdale Ray-up scenario where you can tell it's weird and each goalkeeper's kind of like, do you know what I mean? Getting in each other's way. And I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. I'm just a little bit worried about that.
That's fair. All right, let's help these supers.
So, what did you lot say? Sorry.
We're speaking about the Kelleher situation.
Yeah,
And,
sorry. Yeah.
and all that, just in terms of Mamardashvili's got big gloves to fill, not just Kelleher's, but Alisson's as well. Also, we feel like we could have got a lot more potentially from Kelleher, but because he's only got a year left, and
Yeah.
we're rightly saying that some of the bigger teams should have been looking at Kelleher, but because he's a very quiet, unassuming guy, doesn't come with this glitz and glamour, people have overlooked it. And I think Brentford are getting themselves a really good deal.
Well, I think Liverpool done 4D chess. Correct me if I'm wrong. One goalkeeper went to Leverkusen.
Yeah,
But
Flecken.
but they were only going to do that if Brentford got a replacement, which was Kelleher. And I think we've kind of done that deal to smoothen maybe things for Florian Wirtz, potentially. I could be wrong, but you're right, though. It doesn't take away from the fact of I'm surprised that other big teams, like even a Chelsea need a goalkeeper.
That's what we said.
Yeah, I'm surprised Chelsea didn't go for me either. But yeah, no, do you know what? Keller deserves his chance now, innit, to try and prove to everybody that, nah, I'm that guy, innit? Because Keller is a very, very good goalkeeper. He's easily the best number 2, so to speak, in the league. It's now, can he put himself as now one of the best goalkeepers in the league, full stop? And we're about to find out, basically. We're about to find out.
We are indeed. Right, let's help these supers. Adam says, Cal never seeing BTTF is border criminal.
BTTF.
That must be a film. What films did we speak about the other day?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure, actually. What?
Unless it's an abbreviation, I'm
not.
Back
to the Future. Yeah, that's
You haven't seen Back to the Future, Cal?
No. Oh, you didn't know, Drift? Cal wasn't seeing a lot of films, that you'd be shocked.
What show were we speaking of? Was this on Jamie's show we were speaking on this?
Yeah, is that when my internet crashed? Is that
when it might have been when your internet crashed. Yeah, Back to the Future. Yeah.
Raw, Cal ain't seen Back to the Future.
I know, that's a legend. Like Marty, bro, that's legendary, bro.
Back to the Future 2 is the best one for me.
Bro. I agree. Yeah.
Big up to our brother Gaz. Says go and get 6'6" walk made at Stuttgart. Shout out to Lakers as well. Lakers sent me some stuff about walk made from Stuttgart. I don't know much about him to judge him either way.
Neither do I.
So I can't sit and be like, yeah, or can't sit and be like, no.
Beijing's asking, have you seen E.T.?
Of course he has.
No, I haven't.
Whoa.
Hold on. So if I done Elliot, you don't know, you've never seen E.T., Cal?
I know who E.T. is. I've never watched the film.
What about Jaws?
Cal must have seen Jaws.
Seen Jaws. Which one is Jaws? I know. I haven't seen
one
Jaws.
Is I mean,
I know the music. No, I'm confusing it. No, I've not seen Jaws either.
Only the most famous shark movie of all time.
Yeah,
bro.
but you never seen Jaws.
Yeah. Never seen Jaws. Right.
No,
the music.
Have you seen much of the Bond films or not really? Not really the Bond.
Bond films, I think the modern ones I am, not necessarily the older ones.
Okay, you seen GoldenEye, Pierce Brosnan?
Yeah.
Okay.
I rattle the fan base when I say that's my favorite one because I'm just like, I don't care what no one says.
It's because Sean Connery in it is seen as the greatest in it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Kofi said we need Martinez from Inter. I don't know, man.
Something's off about Martinez.
his body looks like it's starting to break down a bit as well.
Yeah.
Jay Ruiz, another one here, says there's a number 9 from Stuttgart, Nick Waltmade, 23 years old, very tall, and just for 17 mil, just as an option.
Okay,
I mean,
that's the same guy Gaz
I'll
said,
have to
yeah?
go and have a look.
Yeah, I forgot to
Yeah,
see what.
option sounds decent for 17 mil. Shout out to Kofi again. Shane says Wirtz is joining us because he was convinced by the project. They must have a good plan for number 9 if he was sold on it instantly. Maybe. Or maybe they could just be like, you're center to all the plans, and he could be like,
Yeah.
I like this. Yeah, it's so hard to predict. Big up Kofi again says we need another centre back as priority. Maybe 1 or 2 in my opinion. But yeah, I completely agree with that as well, Kofi.
Yeah.
Braithwaite.
Are you on board, yeah?
Yeah. Especially if
Come
they
on.
want Doak. Run it, bro.
Come
Run
on.
it, bro. If they want Doak,
Matt?
bro, run it.
Matt?
No, I'm there.
All right.
Because at the beginning of the season, I was like, I don't know, but I said he's all right. Braithwaite's good.
We get him
this season-
30 and Doak,
Matt.
man. Run it.
No,
100%.
Braithwaite was
Holy
30.
Matt,
Yeah,
I
said
know
about.
my stuff as well, man. Shout out to Soren.
Braithwaite's good, man.
Big up Soren, another massive super chat, man. You're
Big
a
up.
legend, bro.
Big up,
Big
sorry.
up, gents. Did Slot not toy with 2 false 9s at some point? Gyokeres could be elite in front with Wirtz, though.
Well, do you remember when Slot played 2 number
Was in
10s in our
Man
first
City.
preseason game against Arsenal?
Oh yes, he did.
But I think he did that because we had no strikers available at the time. Because
But he
remember,
done,
Nunes,
he done it against City and we annihilated them.
Why?
remember Nunes hadn't come back drift from Copa
What
America.
happened,
What
bro?
happened?
Oh, just the biggest spider just walking across my desk, man.
I'll swear.
Yeah.
Murderer! Blood is Spaniard.
Yeah, man. That was.
I'm not gonna lie, you handled that well. I might have freaked out.
No,
on
I'm not
camera.
scared of spider, but you know when like you
Spiders
just
are
see
calm.
about the
I can
corner
do
of your eye,
spiders.
and then
Yeah. Spiders are
and
calm.
then,
I
like,
can do it.
I saw it. I was like, raw. That's a big
It's
spider.
snakes that I can't deal with, bro.
Obviously, Matt.
No,
But you
no,
think
no.
I'd be that? What you think? There's a snake next to me. I'm gonna. Oh, sorry, lad.
No, but some people aren't. No.
Oh
But
no!
some
Up in the
people aren't.
camera, you see this?
No, but when I say snakes, like some people aren't. But like you see snakes. Yeah, when I went to Orlando, Lord have mercy, bro. I was scared of like grass snakes. And I remember there was a snake in the garage because my uncle had a fridge in the garage. And I went to go get a drink, and I just heard the bruv. Yeah. I was gone, bruv.
It's a whole different experience. when
Yeah,
you go to
Orlando,
Florida.
bruv,
Like,
and wildlife is crazy.
Yeah, I remember my brethren. We was in a villa, and they told us like keep the windows closed, keep the door shut, and someone left the front door open, and this massive toad or frog or whatever it was came in and went in my brethren's room because his room was right at the front.
I know, man.
I'm not gonna lie, when he
came.
came and asked us, man, to help him get rid of it, and every man was like, "That's your room, blood."
I'm alright with frogs. I had frogs in my garden at one stage. I'm alright with frogs.
But we didn't even know if it was poisonous though. We're in Florida, bro. It might be a poison, like you know what I mean. You don't know,
If you're in
man.
Australia, I'm not touching
Yeah,
it.
Australia, hell no. Big
You
up
couldn't
Australia,
even
bro.
pay me to go Australia.
I'm scared.
I
I'm
promise
just
you.
scared of too much wildlife, bro.
You could tell me you were gonna put me front row center box office for a Champions League final with Liverpool playing in it. If it's in Australia, I'll watch it on TV. I ain't going to Australia.
Drift, when I was
bro.
in Orlando, at one point there were grizzly bears. Apparently at one point kind of like loose a bit as well, innit? And bro,
Get that.
bro, bears, everything, crocodile, yes,
Bro, there was
bears.
there was an alligator in like when you stay in the villa. Normally the villas are like you know how the layout is.
Was
like
this in
this.
Orlando again, Drift? Orlando.
Yeah. This is in Orlando, and there was a lake in the middle with all the houses around the lake, and there was an alligator casually sitting on the bank when we came out one morning. We got warned that there is one in there. Came out the back garden, just casually, just sitting there, bro.
Yeah, I'm
not gonna lie,
bro.
Florida's a different place still.
Yeah, it's
I'm
the
not gonna lie,
wildlife.
it's a different, it's a different place, man.
Trust me.
Yeah, I really don't know what's going on with this number 9 situation. Gyokeres is one of those. It's either going to be brilliant or it'd be a terrible side.
I understand that as well. It's either going to work very well or it's going to be really bad. The thing is, I think hopefully once the Wirtz deal is done, that's when you'll see Liverpool's intentions, because then I think we ramp up negotiations with other players like Gyokeres, and then I think the striker is next. So
I will tell. Mr. Dare I say it just says I'm back finally. Big up yourself. Welcome
Big
back.
up.
Big up to
Big
Matt's
up, man.
hairline. He's just become a new member.
Aye,
With
but
new
look at
trim,
it.
bro.
What's the new trim?
Crazy, bro.
Bro,
That
I
trim
swear.
is insane, bro.
The internet works too quick, bro.
I don't know how
swear.
you blended the beard in with the
Bro, I
side.
look like
That's crazy.
I look like a rubbed out Odell Beckham or something.
Yeah, he that's insane.
I don't even know what that is.
Big up to
I'm
Matt's
not
hair.
gonna lie, bro. That looks fleeky still.
You look like Black Ken from the Barbie film, bro.
I don't know. It looks a bit zesty as well, fam.
Yeah,
I can't
very
even lie. Matt's
out.
hairline, chill out, brother. Allow me.
Big up Troy M says if Drift makes Kane happen, he gets captain and vice captain armband for Team Kopish. He can consult himself when making decisions for the channel. Yeah, 100%. I'll be on board.
Drift, your camera's gone mad.
Yeah,
out
I
of
know.
focus.
I
Just
don't
wipe
know.
the lens. I noticed it's just wipe the lens, I'd say.
It's the focus, G. It's not even.
Oh,
the
is
lens,
it
you
just
know.
yeah.
Hold on. It will come back in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back now.
Yeah. It's the focus.
Big up to the Herdman says, hey Cal, don't want to seem like I'm stalking you, but what's up with Kopish and Saeed collab? I love that little discussion on Thursdays. That is coming back in some capacity as far as I know. The reason why I was actually going to go on Saeed's show on Monday, but obviously had the parade. Then before that, obviously he was in Bilbao for the Europa League final. So we will be bringing that show back in some capacity. I don't know if it will just be me and him or me, him and D from Fam Zone as well. Big up them lot over there. But,
Big up, man.
yeah,
Big up Fam Zone each and every time. Come on.
It's and it's also not a good time for Man United fans right now.
Oh, this is the perfect time. Saeed, I'm not gonna lie, Saeed is getting pretty bad for me and D. I can't lie. Matt's hairline says, Matt, want me to drop the photos of Cow and Drift?
Please do, bro. I want to see this. Please do.
Brother, I mean,
Hold on a minute. I'll get dragged into this.
Oh, boo-hoo, Drift, bruv. I've had a flipping diss track. I've had flipping court case against me. CC, the Callum, bruv.
Yeah, Car's had it rough this year. Pause.
Oh yeah, I'm not comparing.
Car's had a bad year this year.
Bad is not even scratching the surface, bro. Like, bro, it's real bad.
If Liverpool don't get Florian, Cal, we might have to put you in witness protection, bro.
Nah, for real, we would have to.
I'll probably take a little break from Kopish. I'm not gonna lie. I just do behind the scenes stuff.
It will get real peak, bro.
You know
what's that? What's that? Hunted,
bro. If
bro,
we don't get Florian,
I'm not gonna lie. Someone on this panel's already threatened me, but I won't say who it is.
Hey, bro, it will get dark.
Yeah, it was.
It get dark.
That Will Smith film where the government are after him.
Independence.
Enemy of the State.
Oh no,
Enemy of the State. Yeah. Enemy of the State. That Cal will be Enemy of the State, bro.
Nah, facts.
Shout out to my brother minus Anthony. Hope you're well, bro. Hope the family's well. Chiesa can play striker. Tall players don't work. Tall players don't work for us. Carroll, Mario, Lambert. Cal still waiting for that London Reds conversation. Long live granaries. Big up, bro. Come on.
Man said granaries.
Big up, granaries.
I'm not even gonna lie. Granaries hasn't changed the carpet for 20 years.
Oh, granaries is
for 20 years.
I'm surprised they're still open.
Haven't they shut down now?
Have they?
I don't know.
They was on an amazing run, you know.
Yeah,
bro.
they were. Yeah,
they was on an amazing run.
I'm not gonna lie, that's diabolical. You can smell 1999 when you walk in there, bro.
Yeah, facts. Granaries is crazy.
Granaries, you know.
Oh my days! It's the dingiest, darkest.
Dark in Granaries.
You just see some old man catching a wine in the corner. It's hilarious, bro.
Granaries is dark. Dark. Bro, if you end up in Granaries, you just know your night hasn't ended very well at all, bro.
Yeah, I remember being in Granaries.
Yeah, your night isn't going well at all,
bro.
I had to beg an older woman to leave me alone still, man. I had to beg.
This is what I'm saying, bro.
Them cougars are in there as well.
Granaries is a mess, bro.
Yeah, you know them Jamaicans with the list, bro. We want to dance with you. You know, like,
I remember one time we was on the stairs. The man had to stop. He was waiting for someone, standing still for about 20 seconds. I had to proper pull my foot to walk off, blood. It was stuck to the carpet, blood.
Yeah.
Bro, Granny's is
And I'm not
crazy.
even joking, bro.
Ain't no moonwalking in granaries, bro. None of that business.
Bro. But they sell Magnums and Dragons though, so big up.
That's what I
Them.
said. They sell Magnums in there. That's the only thing that's good in there still.
Big up Sean P. Casey. Not sure what you were doing
tonight, but every time.
But every time Matt was full screen, my subtitle said slow.
That tune, yeah, is a killer, bro. That tune was a killer, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, shout! You know what the subtitles when they do that on Netflix, you know?
Yeah.
Confusing because at night time, because I got the volume down, I put the subtitles on, so like and like I'm watching it, and it's like every time music's playing, they've got the lyrics to the song and what the person's saying, and it baffles the hell out of you. You're like, why would you do that? You don't need to tell us the lyrics.
You guys might be proud of me. I might redeem myself a little bit here. Or I might not actually, depending on how you guys take this situation. I'm on like season 5, maybe about to start season 6 of Cobra Kai now.
So are you
overtaking me, bro?
I'm on the last season, which I think that sounds. Are you sure?
No,
I'm on the last season.
I'm on season 5. I'm definitely not the last season.
I feel like that's the last season, you know, Cal.
No, I don't think it is. I think there's at least how many seasons of Cobra Kai?
No, I say in the last one. Because I'm on the last one. I say it started yet.
Isn't it? There's a season 7, right? No, season 6 is the last one.
I'm on that one. I'm on season 6.
So I'm on season 5.
Okay.
Do you know what's a good show? You might like it actually, Matt. More Love Country Craft.
Love Country Craft. I heard of that one, you know.
With Jonathan Major. It was the show that like made him famous.
Yeah.
It's decent.
What's that on? Is that on
Apple?
It's
on Apple.
Okay. Yeah, I've got that store. I can buy it.
Yeah. Check it out. It's
Love
good,
Country Craft. Okay.
Yeah. It's good.
Voice of Reason. Jota will come alive with Wirtz behind him. Pause. Big pause there.
That's a big pause still.
Are we writing off Jota too soon, guys?
Yes and no. We're just worried about physically. Is he just like declined, or is it just like what Drift said, the injury to the lungs? Was it just a long injury that? Yes, he's physically, but still. Do you know what I mean? Still not there.
Shout out to Rich.
I think we still can get something out of Joe.
Pause. Rich LFC fan says need a 7-year deal on Wirtz for that crazy money. Yeah, I'd be fine. Yeah, give him a Chelsea contract, man.
Guys, isn't it only a 5-year deal though?
I'm hearing 5.
Give him a Chelsea contract, man.
I'm actually really shocked we're gonna pay that much for him and only give him a 5-year deal.
Drift on, because I can already see what's gonna happen, but I'm not gonna say it. If he signs a 5.
Right, 27, he's going to the Bernabeu. Sick. On a freebie as well. Even
great,
better.
Carl. So glad you said it out loud.
We know it is. But Robert would probably start speaking to him from next summer. Genie Houdini says, can't lie, and Burma and Cunha on paper are good signings for United. Shake my head. Yeah, they are.
On paper, they are. I'll be real with you. They are. They're definitely an upgrade on what they have already. 100%.
Becky says, big up guys, silent viewer, but love the channel. Big up Becky. Big up
Becky, man. Come on, man.
Appreciate that.
Matt Hairline says, here you go, Matt. Love you.
That is crazy.
Wow.
What the fuck?
Bro.
No, Matt's hairline is elite. That is crazy, bro.
Man's turned me into some kind of Teletubby or some shit.
Bro, or like Donk the Clown or something, bro.
That's a doink. That's who it is. It's doink. Oh, man. Mrs. Sinclair says, no signing from the previous 3 windows means more work and pressure to get it right. Next season, we are favourites, remember.
True.
It's underrated, but a DM physical anti-bully would help grab, especially during March to May. I don't know if you guys heard the rumour. Edison from Atalanta.
Are we still chasing him?
Correct me if I'm wrong, yeah? Edison's not really a DM, no. He's more like.
Let me just read this super and we'll get back.
Yeah.
He says, respect Cougar's brother. Cake is cake no matter how long.
Nah, H is crazy. Nah, H is actually crazy.
Thanks, H. I'm married, man. Happily married, bro.
That
Like,
is
big up,
mad.
though, H.
That's crazy what he said, you know.
That's insane.
Man said cake is cake as long as it's baked. That is mad.
H is a whole nother level,
Let
man.
me compose myself.
That is.
Yeah,
Do you know what? No, do you know what he's saying? He's basically saying Halle Berry.
Yeah, he said no matter how long it's baked, cake is cake.
Halle Berry.
Remember, some cupcakes are in the microwave, you know, some are in the oven for a couple hours, bro. He's like, he's got a point. He's got a point.
Halle Berry, you know. It's real though. Halle Berry. Listen.
Oh, flipping out.
H is actually wow. Matt's hairline.
Oh my days. No.
Big up
Cal?
Mega Man. None of us are safe though. Do you see now why I can't go bald you, man?
Calma, be real.
I can't now, can I?
You've aged there by about 20 years.
I can't go. I don't think you believe me, guys, when I say it. I can't go bald.
I don't
I'm
even know how
done now.
man had even the blueprints to the scalp.
What are you saying, Cal? Would you wear a wig?
I'd get one of the things. I'd get something.
Well, like Michael Carl in My Wife Again.
No, I'll go Turkey. I'll go Turkey. I'll probably even do it in the UK, bro.
Turkey. I can't even lie, bro.
And
would you get the replacement unit?
I'd get something, bro.
That sounds so mad.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. If I go bald, I'm bringing the hairline to hair. Like I'm gonna go fully.
Replacement unit.
Yeah, there's no way, bro.
Oh, Matt, would you ever get a replacement unit?
I'm definitely gonna get something, bro.
No, bro. No.
Have you seen when they do it to the granddads and they look fly as shit, bro?
Well, when they glue the scalp and glue it on the scalp and all that. Yeah, I'll get something done.
Oh no.
You know when it looks like a pack of dried noodles when they first put it?
Oh man.
Oh yeah, I'm getting excited.
Oh man.
Oh fucking hell. Oh, shout out to all the people who've got that problem with being bald, man. Big up your damn self.
Man said replacement unit. No, that's taking me up still. Oh no. Oh,
you
boy.
give the girl the shock of her life when you take that off.
I just keep thinking of RoboCop.
Murphy.
Oh no.
You'd have to
Kane.
If you're in a serious relationship, you have to tell them. You'd have to tell your spouse.
Oh, Kane, I'll be a real man then.
Oh yeah, that's a sackable offense, Carl. What? Just randomly 2 weeks in, she comes in and man's just fully bald, bro. When he used to have a short.
Can you imagine? On a real though, can you imagine? Bro. She just randomly comes in the room. Oh my! You weren't meant to see. Oh, on this piece, you were meant to see that. You were meant to see that. Like on this piece, you were meant to see that. Oh my goodness, you were meant to see that. I could.
If a man has a Kane trim or RoboCop settings, I'll be real. Just go Turkey, bro. Just go Turkey.
I'll get something done, man.
Just bald it off, man. It ain't that big of a deal, man.
You just saw what I look like Mega Man, bro. It would be a bad situation.
Hey, shout out to all my fellow baldies, man. It is what it is.
No, as I said, brother, even my brother pulls off the bald, looks sick. Like I can't imagine Calvin with hair now, but like not me. That's not my purpose.
Yeah, but I think but that's just because you haven't like, even tried to shave your head. Like,
Matt, next time you go in to Icon, big up Vinny and Richard. Ask Vinny, just literally say what's Cal's head shape like, and watch his reaction.
Pause, big pause. That's a big pause.
That's a pause.
That's a pause. That's a pause. That's a banner. That's a lava. That's everything. Hey, Drift, get the Get some matches, bro. We need to light this thing up, bro. Pause again. Bro, we need to set this thing on fire. Cal's going mad. Do you hear what Cal said? What the?
Oh, I can't win, man.
Wait, have I got a lighter? Let me get my lighter. Where's my lighter? Some real life settings.
Oh, fucking hell.
days.
Yeah. Ask him though. It's crazy.
No, I'll ask him, obviously. I'll say, can Cal actually like go bald, or is it peak?
You'll see his reaction. It won't be pretty.
Yeah, I'll ask him.
Shout out to AMD says the Megamind team may actually explain Cal's great memory. Good. Boy. Well, boys, we're going to round up there. Anything you want to add before we say bye to the people? Going to be redirected to Big Six Bants as well. I'm going to be over there with Monts, guys. Make sure you stay here as well.
I was just about to ask a question that was a joke, but it will be a pause, so I'm going to leave it.
Don't you? Whatever you're thinking, don't. Just don't, bro.
I kind of want to know now.
Nah, I don't even want to know. Because it's going to be a big pause. It has to be. Let me go. Shall I go and get my lighter, bro? Is it a bun-up thing? Yes, we are. Big up David.
David, we're on the Sam show tomorrow.
Yeah, Sam show tomorrow. Yeah, we're there. Obviously, guys, you guys already know. If Florian Wirtz, once that deal goes through, and hopefully this week, we will be there. If Gyokeres signs, we will be there. If anybody else signs, we will be there. Whether it's an hour after it happens, 5 minutes after, we will be there in some capacity, chat. Don't worry about that. We've got you covered over this whole like break of football, whatever. So we'll be there, man. Trust me.
Indeed. Anything you want to say, Drift?
No, it's been fun, man. I've enjoyed this show, man. It was good, man. Always enjoy Monday.
Come on.
Indeed. People, if you haven't already, do smash that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and make sure you switch on notification bells, especially when we go live or even drop pre-records. This summer's going to be a busy one, it seems, so make sure you don't miss out on
I don't like leaving everyone up in the air.
No, just quickly before that, though, just before you say what we're going to say, Drift, chat, I want to be real. There's over 1,000, there's about 1,500 in the YouTube, around that, yeah? Smash the like button. Can you please get this video up to 1,000 likes? We would really appreciate
1,500 now, man. We want 1,500.
Yeah, not only that, people. I can't make this clear enough. We're on the road to 40k. We would love to get to 40k before the new season starts. Not only that, there's still people that haven't seen our content. Do you know what I'm saying? So we'd really appreciate that. Remember, these likes push it out to people that don't know about us. That's the whole thing. You know, you get sick and tired of us saying it, but it's people that have never seen us before. And that sounds crazy because all of you are here all the time, but it's people that just haven't seen this channel. We'd love, you know what I mean, for people to, you know what I'm saying, see what we're doing. So yeah, man, big up the people, them smash the likes. Come on, man. Kopish community, they're there. Come on.
AMD says, "Say it, Drifty."
I think the moment's passed now, so it's not going to be funny anymore. But pause. How important is head shape?
That is, you know, end the show. End the show. Where's my lighter?
Bomboka!
Nah.
Where the blood clot this? Where the blood clot this? Where the blood?
Nah, bro.
That's lava splash.
Bruv, volcano. You know what?
Peter, make me come out I rain. Peter, come out I rain. You see that get bad. Peter, we have a blood clot. Peter, you're nearly dead.
Bro,
That's insane.
You're just ruining it. Look at my lips. You're ruining it.
Why you do it, John Crow?
Yeah,
I said you left, you're mad, you want mad, see me mad now.
Yeah.
Me mad now to blood clot.
Yeah.
Look at me now,
Yeah.
dirty gula.
have to end this show.
People, smash the like button. Until we see you next time, stay safe, stay blessed. With Kopish, we're out. Take care.
That's all.
We tried to save you, Drift, man.
We tried to, bro.
Bro.
Drift, I'm going to say this one last thing.
You need psychiatric evaluation. Oh my God!